What's going on, man? Welcome back to the basement. I'm Ron, and today is a very special day. It is the last day of August, so we are going big or going home here. As you guys know, I am August. I own this month. So we are doing a solo dolo $2,000 draft over on the FFPC main event. I'm going to get this question a ton. Tight ends will go early. You're going to see a tight end in round 2, a tight end in round 1 potentially. It is a tight end premium league. It is 3 wide receivers, 1 flex, full PPR, $2,000 buy-in, $1,000,000 to first place in the tournament. It is high pressure, high stakes. How is there? I'd also be lying if I said I didn't just wake up from a nap. We've been taking it a little bit easy this Saturday, kind of a recovery day. So time to wake up, lock in. Then we got the support in the chat. We got Jacob in here. I feel like I'm cheating on you and Liam here. I had to get one in solo, just to see what it feels like. What do we got? We got Jimmy Cheese in here. We got Pell in here. How are we doing on this fine Saturday? We've had a great day of college football. A little foggy. I'm locked in. We got Rye Guy in here. We got Infrared in here. Wow, we go Brees Hall 101. Nuts on the table. So tight end premium means 1.5 PPR to the tight end position, and it closes the gap between tight ends and wide receivers and flex spots. So with tight ends getting 1.5 PPR, it means you can flex them. It means they score more points in general. It puts a big premium on them. Yeah, this is a $2,000 main event draft here. I can scroll up to prove it. But yeah, main event right here. Boom. Boom. This is on the FFPC. So CeeDee Lamb goes, Tyreek Hill goes. High T draft out the gate already with Brees Hall and McCaffrey right off the rip. We're from the 10 spot, which kind of sucks. Kind of not the best, but we'll take it. We'll see what comes back to us. Can we get anybody to fall? We shall see. Do I know any people I'm drafting with? I don't think so. None of these guys look familiar. No. 2K for Brees is ballsy. Yeah, man. Nuts on the board. We'll see what we can do. Homely draft tomorrow. Your buddy gave me his top 8 running backs. Oh my god, he's got Kamara and James Conner in there. Hell yeah. All right, so there goes Amon-Ra. Let's see. We got 3 picks till we're on the board. There's one guy I'm hoping and praying falls back to us. If he does not, there goes Jefferson. Greetings from Lithuania. Hell yeah, dude. You said, what's the winning first place team in this league gets like? I honestly don't know, but it's really more that there's $1 million of the first place in the tournament. Wow, there goes Garrett Wilson. Damn it. Damn. I thought we were going to get Jamar Chase. Man, I thought we were going to get Jamar Chase. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to actually go A.J. Brown. This is my first A.J. Brown share anyways, so I'm very much fine with it. I just thought maybe we would get Jamar Chase. I should have wagered the gritty. I would have maybe hit a gritty if we got Jamar Chase at the 10th spot. That's fine, though. That's our first A.J. Brown team. Why not? But all right, let's actually. I'll pull up the payout structure for you guys. Like, I'm gonna make this pick, and then I'll pull up the payout structure if you guys are curious. People are very spooked on the Jamar Chase contract holdout, man. Very spooked. I would have preferred if Garrett Wilson got back to us and somebody took A.J. Brown over him, but I'm fine with it. Are we worried about Jabbar? Not enough to skip on him at 8. There goes Puka. Wow. So Puka's not going to fall back to us. All right, so this becomes very interesting here. There goes Gibbs. Laporta. All right, now this is where we really get into the nitty-gritty of tight end premium. And do we take a tight end over a Jonathan Taylor or Devon Achane? That's what the question becomes. I already have a shit ton of McBride teams, to be honest with you. So what's it going to be, 11? He takes Marv. All right, with him going Marv, I'm actually just going to go JT here. You could have talked me into one of the tight ends. Like, you could talk me into Kelsey if you'd like to. But I think we're just going to go JT. Yeah, I'm going to go JT. That's fine by me. I don't know. You could talk me into Achane. You could talk me into the only downside of JT and why there's only a little bit of pause in this format with JT is because the playoffs are week 13 and 14. So having JT out for week 14 does kind of suck, but it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. So I go Saquon. All right, so let's. I want to pull up the format for you guys. So here's the format: $2,000 online draft. After week 12, the league standings are best record, highest points, all of that. The top 2 seeds of each league in the regular season earn an automatic berth into the championship round. The league championship also earns a berth into the championship round. Your individual playoff weeks are week 13 and 14. And then, do I have prizes here? Okay, so here's what it is. So first place gets $4,000 cash. And then you get into the tournament, and this is what you're hoping for. It's like $1 million, $200,000, $25,000, all that good stuff. All right. So let's go back to the draft board. So Saquon goes, Kelsey goes, Drake London goes. Here's a point in the Taylor pick. I don't know. I think we're going to get some tight ends that come back to us that we like. I do. I already have I already have McBride on my other main event team. I already have a shit ton of McBride in general. I'm not crazy about Kelsey, if I'm being honest with you. I would have taken, if Laporta got back to us, I would have taken Laporta over JT. But I don't know. We didn't get anything crazy to fall back to us. You kind of hate to see it, but I think we'll be all right. There goes Kincaid. It's 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. I don't know how many times I'll have to say this today. It is tight end premium, which means the tight ends get 1.5 PPR points. That really pushes them up. It makes them viable in the flex spot. It makes them viable in the tight end spot by a lot. They just score more points in general. Yeah, I went Taylor over Kelsey. Like I said, there's going to be tight ends at this 3-4 turn that I still like. There goes Chris Olave, Derrick Henry. I'm literally going to have to say it a billion times. All right, so Olave goes. People are telling me I should have gone tight end, and other people are saying that it's crazy that tight ends are going this early. Like, I promise, it's a $2,000 draft. I promise that nobody is just, like, punting money away by drafting tight ends. Like, there's usually a reason for it. So Olave went, Derrick Henry. Do love to see him establish the run with Derrick Henry there. There goes Mark Andrews. Nothing wrong with Andrews. He also goes second round. He also gets less of a bump from tight end premium due to the fact that he is a, he's more yards and touchdowns than he is receptions. Exactly. We're going to get tight ends later that we like. Like, we can spam tight ends as well and just, like, draft 3 of them later. Like, I'm not, like I said, if Laporta was there, I would have done it. I already have a shit ton of McBride. I'm not a huge fan of Kelsey. It would have been kind of a reach to take Kincaid there. Just trust the process, everybody. Just trust the process. Let's just keep the vibes good, all right? This is a big deal for me, all right? Everybody lock in. Keep the vibes good. Give me 5 rounds before we shit on the team. It's tight end premium. DeBear, I will be mentioning no purple names out loud for a while here. I'm just going to say that. So Etienne goes, Devontae goes, Kupp goes. And let's see what gets back to us. That's a good Neighbors pick. I got a couple of ideas. We'll see what gets back to us here. Yeah, let's keep the vibes good. Keep the vibes chill. Vibes from my guy here. All right, Pacheco goes. Hell yeah. Somebody take Kyron, man. Take Kyron. Go and be great. Super fun month, man. Great work. Thank you, man. I've had fun, too. Wow, there goes James Cook in the 3rd. Hell yeah. Just put your nuts on the table, man. I like James Cook, too. Not there, but I do like him. Yeah, we're shooting for a milli here. Shooting for a milli. You're trusting, but your butt is clenched. All right, there goes Kyron. There goes Evan Ingram. I got to be honest, there's so many receivers I like that even if 4 straight receivers go, I don't care. So we're going to take Kyle Pitts here. This is what I've decided. Come on down, Pitts. Come on down, my boy. I don't know how you guys are going to like that. You know, the 2v2 there is JT and Pitts, or it's Kelsey and a wide receiver I'm not going to name out loud. But there's a lot of good receivers on the board. I'm just going to take whatever comes back to us. And yeah, I mean, I could have taken receiver and then pushed to see if I could get Kittle to come back, but I just don't think that's going to happen. Slick Rick's not a fan. People don't like Kyle Pitts, but I think in this format, Kyle Pitts is really fun. This guy's kind of taking forever. We'll see what he does. In terms of ADP, by the way, that's like exactly where Kyle Pitts goes in these. I would have been pretty upset if that Evan Ingram pick was Kyle Pitts. Wow, and we get an Alvin Kamara. I'm also just going to say, I'm going to just keep saying it. The only reason I took a tight end that high, before anybody comes in here and is like, what is this expert doing? Oh, he calls himself an expert. He's an idiot. I took a tight end because you get 1.5 PPR on receptions at the tight end position, and it gives them a very big boost. So Rashee Rice gone, Rachaad White gone. Come on, 11. Please. Please. He goes Waddle. All right, we're going to go Nico. We're stacking up a lot of Week 14 buys, but we're playing for the first in the overall tournament, man. Give me Nico, dude. Round 4 Nico. How could I pass up on that? I know that we're getting a little risky with these Week 14 buys, but come on. Somebody give me a W for that start. I feel like through 4 rounds, that's as good as it could have as good as it could have been. What do you guys think, man? You could have talked me into a 49ers receiver there. But round 4 Nico is kind of ridiculous. I'm going to be honest. Now, the reason Week 14 buy matters is because the 12-person playoffs, right, the 12-person league I'm in right here, it's going to be Week 13 is semis, Week 14 is the finals. So in the finals, I'm going to be without Jonathan Taylor or Nico Collins, but all I truly care about is getting to the tournament, and if this team is so good that I get a top 2 seed, I'm already there already. So that's where we're at. $2,000 in the drain? Come on, man. I can't stress enough. I don't know how many times I have to say it. I don't know how many times. The tight ends are all going early for a reason. And I think knowing what we know now, where Jake Ferguson is a 4th-round pick, Kyle Pitts in the late 3rd, I think is pretty sweet. Man, wide receivers are slipping in this draft, though. Devontae Smith in the 4th is pretty crazy. Mike Evans in the 4th is pretty crazy. Still DJ Moore and Metcalf and Debo as well still hanging around, which is crazy. Yeah, this is a hungry running back room right now. So I'm actually also glad we took JT early because now I don't have to really worry about running back for a little bit. Yup. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. People wanted a gritty. Maybe I should have grittied. You still wanted a tight end in round 2? I feel like knowing that we got Pitts later was fine, though. Did you want Rice or Waddle over Nico? No. It would have been really tough between Waddle and Nico given the Week 14 bye stuff. But no, I wouldn't have gone Rashi over either, to be honest with you. So Debo finally goes. Devontae Smith goes. Man, receivers are sliding here. Josh Allen off the board. Exactly. We're gonna auto advance anyways. That's all I care about. This is a managed league, yeah. I'm gonna have to repeat myself a billion times. It is tight end premium. 1.5 PPR to the tight end position. If I could staple it to my forehead, I would. There's tight ends in the 2nd, there's tight ends in the 3rd, tight ends in the 4th, and it really just comes down to 1.5 PPR points to the tight end position. I'm actually just going to trust chat to explain to these people what's going on, because I feel like I've said it 19 times. Super chat from Rockout. I appreciate it, man. My worst team, quarterback Purdy Tua, JT Walker Stevenson, Dowdle, Algier, Puka, Evans, Higgins, Jameson, A.D. Mitchell, Brandon Cooks, Pitts, Musgrave. I got to be honest, this is a peculiar super chat here. I don't know how many wide receivers you're starting, and you're just saying, you're just like, this is my worst team, shake my head. Do you want my thoughts? I don't know. I mean, it seems solid. I don't know what your starting lineup looks like, but I mean, the wide receiver depth is okay. Probably one too many running backs over wide receivers in that team. ESPN 14 teams, redraft, half PPR, pick 8. Would it be ideal to take 2 running backs in the first 2 rounds? If I knew how many receivers and flexes, yes. Sure. People are saying I should add it to the title. Let me add it to the title. I guarantee you, people are idiots, man. Like, I'm gonna add it to the title here, and they're still going to be dumbfounded by the idea of tight ends going early. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, but I guarantee it's not gonna fix it. It's in the title. Like I said, I guarantee it. People do not. The more that I get online and I deal with people out in the cyberwebs, nobody reads anything. Nobody is smarter than a fifth grader. It just kind of is what it is. Wow. Yeah, it sucks. I got to be honest. The amount of receiver value that came back to the front of the board right here, like this guy going McCaffrey, Olave, Cup, Metcalf, T. Higgins is pretty ridiculous. I kind of hate to see that from my side of the board. There's almost so much wide receiver value on my end of the board that it just spilled over into the other half, and some of these guys are building pretty sick teams. I won't sit here and lie. But all right, we're gonna be all right. So Mixon goes off the board. People still taking some running backs here. I got a couple guys I'm eyeing up if they make it back to us. There goes Pittman. That's actually like where Pittman should be going. And a lot of these high stakes and just like home leagues in general, Pittman goes super, super early. 5th round is probably where he should be going. Thoughts on Garrett Wilson at the 108? I probably would take Jamar Chase over him, but I don't think you can go wrong with Garrett Wilson if you like to. No, literally. Literally. You'd be surprised. The vast majority of the internet is not smarter than a 5th grader. Right, there goes Njoku. Oh, so Kittle's still hanging around, huh? There goes Zay Flowers. All right, we're going to have a really tough decision here. I will say, fellas, I'm going to get to all the super chats. It's just not going to be right away. Damn. We get Jalen Hurts to fall past the Devontae Smith team, and this guy just takes him for shits and giggles. All right, whatever. I would have loved him to come back to us, but all good. So Kenneth Walker goes. Man, I would have liked Kenneth Walker as well. And then there goes George Kittle. Wow, that's a gut punch. All righty. All right, we're going to starve the beast. We're going to starve the beast. I had some ideas for what we were going to do here. Actually, no, we're going to take Tank Dell. I debated Bowers. You guys are going to hate that we have Tank and Nico Collins on this team. But I have a hard time turning down Tank Dell. I debated Bowers. Feel free to hate on that. I really don't think it's a big deal. And then we'll see what comes back. If Bowers comes back, we'll debate him. If not, there's still a few guys on the board I'd like. I got to be honest with you. These were literally, I was hoping for one of these three. Like, I literally wanted Hurts, Walker, or Kittle. Any of those three I would have taken there. We got locked out. There goes James Conner. Can have him, my boy. Huh. So there's Amari Cooper, Connor, Montgomery are gone. What do you guys think? We're looking at pretty much Brock Bowers. I'm looking at Brock Bowers or George Pickens, really. Brock Bowers, George Pickens, McLaurin, Xavier Worthy are kind of where we're at. He goes McLaurin. All right, let's go Bowers. This is actually kind of a sexy team. And I will say, it's in the title. Tight end premium. Tight ends get 1.5 PPR. So, Brock Bowers can certainly go in the flex spot this season for us. So, like when I talk about, wide receivers through the flex +2 or whatever, Bowers, technically at this point when we have Pitts, Bowers counts as a flex spot. Now, I know people wanted me to go Lamar. Lamar has a week 14 bye, so I can't play him in the championship, and we have no Raven stack, so he was never an option for me. You could have talked me into Stroud, but we'll see if he comes back, and if not, I'm really not all that concerned. In a 4-point passing, I didn't feel the need to take him there. I just didn't. People who did want Stroud pretty bad. Trust, if he gets back, I'll take him. So there goes Pickens, Deontay, McLaurin all off the board. Somebody send this start to Jacob. All right, so Chris Godwin's off the board. Let's see what gets back to us. You guys are going to be shocked. Like, Stroud might come back. Richardson might come back. We got outs. The other Texans receiver team already has Mahomes. This team's insane. I hope so. So there goes Christian Kirk. All right, I got to answer some Super Chats here. I do want to say, fellas, I'm going to try to get to Super Chats, but also slightly held up here. So 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Thank you for including that. Allen, Bijan, Javonte, Najee Harris, Neighbors, London, Olave, Rice, Kincaid. I'd like to know what your next wide receiver is off the bench, but yeah, dude, I mean, that's sick. Josh Allen, Bijan, Javonte. Like, Javonte, Najee's your RB2s. Neighbors, London, Olave, Rice, Kincaid. I mean, that's sick. Why don't we just do the championship in week 13? I appreciate the super chat. I don't know. I don't make the rules. It's the reason that I put more volume over on NFC is because I don't love this format, but it is, the main event. It's the only redraft tournament out there that you're gonna get $1 million to first place. So Xavier Worthy goes, Christian Kirk goes, there goes DeAndre Swift. Try my best to keep up with the chat as well, fellas. Think Pitts is going to ball out? Me too, man. And I actually wrote down in my notes, I haven't drafted an A.J. Brown team yet, and I haven't drafted a Kyle Pitts team yet. So very happy to get some players I haven't gotten so far that I do like as well. 4-point passing TD. You took Stroud over Richardson. Feeling really bad about it. You have Collins though. No, I have Stroud ahead of Richardson. I have him like very close. If I had Nico, I'm fine breaking the tie to Nico. What's my plan in Week 14 when Nico and 10 can't play? I'm pretty much going to hope that I already got a high enough seed that I'm automatically in the finals. And then also, crazy things happen on a weekly basis. And if I make enough of a super team to the point where I don't need them, then we'll see what happens. But, it's not the end of the world if I make it to the, championship game of the individual league. I don't win there, but I make a run in the tournament. It's all good. It's all good. I'm done responding to every single one individually. I put it in. I told you guys. I told you the internet is not smarter than a fifth grader. It's in the title. You can see. I mean, Sam Laporta went 201. I don't know. Last thing you're worrying about is buys. Yeah. I'm going for 1 mil. Just what it has to be. It does suck kind of killing your bottom line or whatever. So Swift went, Ramondre and Aaron Jones, Calvin Ridley and JSN. I think it's also part of the psychology of just wanting to be the smartest guy in the room. So you just sprint to the chat and you're like, oh, this guy's an idiot. He took Kyle Pitts in round 3. It's like, come on. We're better than this. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, Team 2 is having premarital sex. I'll give them that. Trying to decide what we're going to do here. So we have pick 7, 8, 9, 10. We got to worry about our RB2. We got to worry about still getting another receiver or two. We got to still worry about quarterback, etc. Should I trade Rice and Monty for Kenneth Walker and Terry? That's just super lateral to me. I have Rice as like a round 4, Montgomery is around 6, Walker is round 5, Terry is like around 6. It's just too lateral. I would chill on that. All right, so there goes Keenan Allen. All right, I got to get my shit together and what I'm going to do at this pick. There goes Najee. I know people want quarterback, but man, only 4 have gone. Trying to think. Damn, there goes Rome. Zamir White off the board. There goes Goddard. All right, so this is going to be Stroud. I was debating not going Stroud, but if we take Nico and Dell, we can't miss out on Stroud. We just can't. So Stroud has to be taken here. And then we'll see what gets back to us. Yeah, we're pretty much already betting that we're going to be a top 2 seed. Just is what it is. So there's Stroud. If Roma Dunze was there, I would have had a really tough decision between him and the others, but if people wanted Stroud in that last round, we got him here anyways. Just respect it, man. Just respect it. All right, let's see what we can get here. So now we're good at quarterback. We're good at tight end. There goes Brian Thomas. That stings. It's a really good Brian Thomas pick. I could have tried to push Stroud, but I didn't want to get too cute. These guys and these high stakes are just so unpredictable. I have four wide receivers I'd be fine taking here. So we'll see what gets back to us. I think it has to be a wide receiver. I know that it's going to be really tough to pass on Javonte here. I'll just be straight up. Oh, no, Javonte already went. I'm an idiot. And he has a Week 14 bye anyways, so all right, never mind. That was dumb. Yeah, so we're absolutely not taking a running back here. So there goes Burrow. Yeah, so this guy took an unstacked Burrow. He was very much liable to take Stroud there. Very, very much live to take Stroud. And there goes Kyler. And we're feeling great. And you know who we're taking and laughing to the bank, saying ha ha ha. Shout out to Chief Keef. Is Jaden Reed in the 8th round, dude. What a team. What a start through 8, dude. What a start through 8. What a start through 8, fellas. This team fucks, man. There is no doubt about it. I love how many quarterbacks came off the board after we took Stroud. I really like that. This is a very, very fun team. So Richardson's off the board. Now we have a lot of flexibility the rest of this draft. We have a lot of flexibility. We're locked in. Stroud pick was perfect, yeah. I'm telling you, if this guy went unstacked, or no, he actually went Kyler to Marv, and this guy went Burrow unstacked, he was liable to go here. We took him here. Played it perfectly. Richardson goes, Jalen Warren. So now it's time to figure out RB2, and that's our only weakness on this team is RB2. We got to figure out RB2. We can take some more upside swings if we'd like to. So Chase Brown goes, Jalen Warren went, Richardson went, Pollard went. All right, see what comes back. And I think that this was the right call as well. I was literally debating Bowers over Tank, but the fact that we got Tank and then Bowers and then stacked both Nico and Tank to Stroud, this is money. Yeah, I like that call, Henry. Super chat from C. Martinez, but there's nothing in there. Minnesota revenge game. I like that call, Henry. I'm telling you guys, I think as we do more of these drafts this season, we've done a bunch of them. I feel like we just lock in. We plug ourselves into the matrix of the draft room. We start to figure out what they're going to do. We're reading the board. We're seeing things well. I like where we're at right now. I really do. There goes John Brooks. Good pick. The question is if we can start getting people to panic picking wide receivers, panic picking some tight ends. We got a super chat just gassing me up. I appreciate that, man. Your patience waiting the extra round. What number are you? I'm pick 10. We started A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Kyle Pitts, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Bowers, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Reed so far. So tight end run was insane in this draft? Yeah. I've seen you before. I think that you're hip to this being tight end premium, but even with it being tight end premium, it definitely was. Like, Ferguson in the 4th is pretty crazy. There goes Ladd McConkey. That would have been the only receiver I would have debated taking on this next turn that you guys would have killed me for, so I'm glad he goes. So in terms of, like, next best available tight end, it's like Freiermuth, yeah. So nobody's going to care about tight end for a while here, or at least not me. People that are starved for tight ends, they'll care. You feel sad when? Yeah, I was really hoping for Chase at 110. I was. That's the only thing that could have made this team better. But, you know, we'll take it. Yeah, start. Someone take a Marquise Brown. Somebody take a DeAndre Hopkins. Take a Jordan Addison if he's out there. Now's the time. But can he land the plane? We shall see. I feel good about it. I'm also kind of like wide receivers are in a spot now where I'm really not all that tempted to take any. There goes Jaden Daniels. What's up with Team 1? What about him? I think it's pretty crazy to nitpick me passing on Lamar. I don't see, like, if I took Lamar over Bowers, I guess I could have taken Brian Thomas Jr. over Stroud, but I'm willing to eat the Week 14 bye week because I have Nico Collins and Tank Dell attached to Stroud. I feel like it's pretty clear. Damn, that's a really good Corum pick. Those two stung. I know. If Kittle made it back to me, I was going to take him there instead of Dell. I was hoping for him. I don't know who Surface Steve is. I don't think he's from Established to Run. Yeah, I would have taken Kittle there if he got back. All right, so there goes Jerome Ford. Good pick. There goes B-Rob. Damn, that sucks. Man, if B-Rob made it back to me, that would have been crazy. Also another Week 14 bye, though. I have two guys I need not to go right here. I really do. There's one of them. Please don't do this. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Oh man, that sucks. All right. That blows so bad, dude. Alrighty. This is what we're doing. I think you guys are going to hate me for it, but we're going Jordan Addison here. I would have gone Moss. I would have gone literally any of these fucking running backs. They all go right in a row. So we're taking Addison there because I'm not reaching in round 9 on a running back that I don't want. So we'll take whatever running back makes it back to us there. I don't know. I wasn't going round 9 any of the running backs left, to be honest with you guys. That's also my slight fuck you to the rest of the room and starving them at receiver. It sucks, dude. Literally any of these running backs I would have taken, and they all go right in a row to the point where we get screwed. The next best running back I have is Dowdle, Eckler, Benson, Jalen Wright, Hubbard. Taking any of those guys in round 9 felt gross. That's just where I'm at. That just sucks super hard. I might go Jalen Wright just for the upside swing. So there goes Chubb. It's Jalen Wright or Rico Dowdle for me. I think it's got to be Dowdle. Yeah, we're going to go Rico Dowdle at RB2. That's fine. That's what I would have taken here, so I was fine just taking Addison and saying screw it. There's really no reason to take round 9 Rico Dowdle and then double up there. We'll take a running back on the way back. Addison, there was like a small luxury pick, but we could have used one more receiver anyways. I don't know. I'm not crazy about Addison, but it seems like he's not going to get suspended. But you took Pollard yet? No. Not at no point do I wish I went Tony Pollard. Yeah, exactly. We're going to have Reed and Addison filling in week 14. Like, I'm not stressed about it. Yeah, the RB run really sucked. I literally said when this pick happened, I want 2 guys, and it's Singletary or Moss in my head. They both go. Literally, this entire run was so fucking brutal. Nobody wanted an Addison. Nobody wanted a quarterback. Sucks because through eight, this draft was perfect. We just, if we were 1 pick earlier, we would have been in a really nice spot there. That really blows, I'll be honest. I even debated Eckler in round 9, but Eckler also has round 14 bye and also is just not enough of an upside swing for me to care. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Just brutal gut punch. But it's fine. We'll figure something out at RB2 anyways. This would have really raised the floor of RB2 if we got one of these. We'll see who comes back. I'm optimistic. What that Addison pick does for us is it frees us up not to really care about receiver the rest of the draft, and I can just lock in on running backs. Still happy with the start through 8. Like, this is a very classic hero RB team of our only weakness is still RB2. We just would have felt better about RB2 if that run didn't happen like that. But you can't have it all, you know? There goes Hawk. Dak is off the board. That's actually a really good price on Dak, to be honest. So Dak's gone. Caleb's gone. I will say I did bring some adult beverages that I might crack open last day of August. I will say, fellas, I wanted to keep it out as a surprise, but I don't really care now. I mean, we got 800 of you guys in here. Jeez, dude. Leave a like. I will say, if any of you guys have home league drafts coming up, I have my rankings pinned in the live chat, the description, the comment section down below. All of that good stuff. I'm literally using it myself as we go through this draft. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we have... I mean, we're running through the gauntlet tonight because we're doing this for $2,000 and then same format on FFPC, but in the Fantasy Pros Championship at 8:30, we have a $350 one that we're doing solo as well. So back-to-back, end in August with a banger, 2 back-to-back high-stakes drafts. Give me a like in the chat. Give me a W in the chat for that. We're out here documenting all of these teams in front of a live audience, not crumbling under pressure, not folding. But I don't know. I can't sit here and mope about that start we got through 8. That start through 8 is crazy. And at the end of the day, what happens after that isn't going to kill you. And I'm still very confident that we land this plane here. Very confident. All right, so Hollywood Brown goes. And like I said, all Addison does is gives us a lot of flexibility to no longer really care about receiver. If I don't draft another receiver until like round 14, I don't really care. Exactly. We'll get a running back off waivers. We'll be all right. Team sucks, man. Terrible. I love it, dude. Yeah, exactly. Sean would pay for equity in this team. It's actually a pretty good Hollywood Brown to Mahomes pick, I'll say. I know that. Wow, and he takes Tyler Conklin to follow it up. All right, I was just about to give him a compliment, too. I was just about to give him a compliment. I guess round 11 is where Tyler Conklin goes, but that seems a bit rich for me. There goes Wicks. Good pick. Good pick on the Wicks. So Josh Palmer went. Tyler Conklin went. Jalen Wright goes. Damn, if Jalen Wright made it back, that would have been fun. I got 2 guys I'm staring down. I don't know if either will make it back to us here. My guess is probably not, sadly. Did Ricky Pearsall actually get shot? Robbery attempt on his Rolex in San Francisco? Jeez, dude, that's not good. How did I fuck up the 8 spot? Man, the fact that this Team 9 just has 2 fucking receivers through 10 rounds is just so crazy, man. Like, how did he not go receiver over Zach Moss here? And then he comes back and he takes a second quarterback when he already has Lamar Jackson. Like, if Team 9 could have just taken receiver, we could have gone Zach Moss there. Whatever. I'm not going to cry over missing out on Zach Moss. There goes Dobbins. People wanted Dobbins for us. That kind of stings. Again, I have 2 guys I want. They both go here. I'm going to be upset, but I will not cry. All right, so there goes Dobbs. So Dobbs is gone. Wicks is gone. Palmer's gone. Hollywood Brown is gone. Jeez, that's brutal for Pearsall, man. Jeez, that's awful, man. Okay, thank you. All right, fellas, we're gonna have two running back options. Okay, and he goes Hubbard. All right, I was gonna say it was gonna be Hubbard or somebody else, but this guy still no receivers outside of Jamar and Ayuk. 3 tight ends though. All right, he's just cranking purple and saying screw wide receivers. All right, so this is gonna be Jaleel McLaughlin for me. Jaleel McLaughlin, come on down. Week 14 bye. Don't give a damn. Let's zoom out a little bit so you guys can see more of the board. Jeez, I don't know why I'm struggling so hard here. All right, so we took Jaleel McLaughlin. I got a couple of other ideas in terms of what we're going to do here. Damn it, Ty Chandler was the other idea. He's now gone, so never mind, never mind. Let's see. There goes Zeke and Brandon Cooks. What do you guys think there? I'm looking at like Jordan Mason, Ray Davis, Bucky Irving are kind of my 3. I got to be honest, I don't know. Like a pure handcuff when I'm struggling to even get starters out the gate is kind of tough. There goes Hunter Henry. Huh. Yeah, I don't think we can go wrong with that. Man, I do like me some Ray Davis, man. Yeah, I'm going to go Ray Davis. I just am. I've been taking a lot of Ray Davis. For me, the way that I feel about Ray Davis is I just think, whoa. I don't know. I just think that the Bills are going to have a lot of rushing touchdowns, and I want running backs in that backfield. I personally have Ray Davis ranked first out of those options, but I could see going elsewhere. Yeah, I'm getting booze. I get a crate. Are you telling me I'm crazy for a pick I made in round 12? Come on. Come on. Yeah, that is the fear, that Ty Johnson could be a guy. We'll see, though. More upside is Mason. I don't know. I have a tough time with just like pure handcuffs. I do get it, and it's definitely something you want to mix in a zero RB, hero RB portfolio off the bench. But it's so tough when I don't even have an option here of like Rico, Jaleel. I don't know. Like I can start these guys early. It doesn't feel good. So I'd rather just have as many of these guys I can start as possible. We'll see who comes back. Man, this Pearsall stuff is crazy. I'm trusting you guys aren't lying. I will say, I'm not a Khalil Shakir guy, but the fact that he's hanging around is pretty crazy. Round 12 and he's still not gone, or did I miss something? No, I don't think so. So there goes Judy, Curtis Samuel. Judy, Curtis Samuel, A.D. Mitchell, all gone there. This draft started. I think we're gonna land this plane, man. We're gonna end it. It's gonna end good as well. I promise. I should probably pull out my phone in some capacity here. Yeah, I'm seeing this. Jeez, dude. That's awful, man. Wow, BBM5 officially filled as well. Not that I probably shouldn't say that in the same breath, but I also got that notification. So my bad, fellas. Oh, Shakir went round 7. That's why I missed him. What? Wow, okay, he did. Jeez. So Judy, Curtis Samuel. Is Lockett gone yet? There goes Bucky Irving, Otten. I don't know why I mixed like Sutton and Otten there, but Bucky Irving's off the board now. Cade Otten and Isaiah Likely. I do got to make sure I keep up with these tight ends here. So Schultz is gone. Freiermuth, Hunter Henry. Damn it, dude. JJ2K keeps telling me my team sucks. God damn it. Yikes, minus 2K. God damn it, man. Did I just waste $2,000 in front of an audience of 719? Man, I hope not. I hope not. These comments are always so funny. I appreciate the bless yous in chat. Appreciate it. All right, there goes Marshawn Lloyd. I promise I'm not bugging about those chats either. I just find it funny. To me, this is one of my favorite teams we've drafted so far this summer. The only thing if we could change, and it wasn't even like we made a bad choice. It's just the room took what 6 straight running backs there. I just find it funny. Like, there just simply has to be something better to do on a Saturday night than pull up in my chat and be like, this team blows, bro. This team sucks. No, I'm keeping the vibes high. I'm very happy with where we're at right now. Yeah, Team 2 was cooking at first, and now I don't know, man. I don't know if you can punt tight end this far. Always late to these Trump for the draft on Monday? Hell yeah, dude. Draft reps paying off, yeah. I know. The running backs aren't good. I know. RB2 is scary. I get it. But like my entire channel, I know that some people just come to these streams and they don't know like who I am or what I do, but the way that I play fantasy football is instead of, panicking and drafting an RB2 for stability and being like, you know what, oh shit, I have to take Zamir White here. I want to make sure I'm as good as possible everywhere else, which we are. We're very strong at receiver, flex, tight end, running back 1, quarterback. Because instead of trying to pull yourself in all different directions and making kind of a shitty team in the process, we are making sure our team is sick outside of one spot that is proven to be able to be filled off of waivers in late rounds. So it might be rocky at first, but if I get like 5 points my RB2 in week 1, it's also not a big deal. I'm confident that the rest of the team will be good enough to overcome it. All right, let's see what comes back. It's not looking great, I'll be honest. There goes Tua. Let's see. Trying to think through what we could take here. Damn, good pick on Musgrave. Let's see. I have a couple of guys I like here. I have one that I'd really like that I'd almost jump for joy over. Goes Herbert. I swear to God, Team 9. I swear to God if he does it. So we got a lot of quarterbacks going here. I need to kind of think through a backup plan right now. He doesn't do it. All right, thank God. All right, we're going to take Antonio Gibson here. To me, he's like a very clear, better than the rest pick. Now, I don't feel married to running back at this pick here. I would like one, but in terms of like our best available, it's like pretty ugly. It's like Khalil Herbert, Tyrone Tracy, Tank Bigsby. That's kind of what we're working with there. All right, let's see what we can do. What do you guys think on the way back? There's running back. I don't mind kind of laying it on the table because I almost want these people to make my choice easier. But pretty much in terms of our options on the way back here, it's like it's Jalen Polk. It is Khalil Herbert, Tyrone Tracy, Tank Bigsby. The Sanat pick actually kind of stings. That would have been fun. Tight end is pretty dry. Yeah, tight end's got nothing. I mean, you can, like, I don't know, Noah Fant, but I'm just kind of good on Noah Fant there. There goes, wow. 13-12 Lockett is actually a pretty good price, I'll be honest. I don't even really like Lockett. There goes Fant. Yeah, I don't know how you guys are going to like this, but I might take Jalen Polk here. Like, this might just be the range where Jalen Polk makes sense. It does kind of suck that he has a Week 14 bye as well. Yeah, we're going to go 14th round Jalen Polk. That's just ridiculous. Just trust. We're going to hammer running back still. No, Taysom's a quarterback here. Let's see. There goes Madison. We'll see what gets back to us. I don't feel a ton of pressure to go backup quarterback. Like, we have CJ Stroud until Week 14. I think I can kind of figure it out then. I don't think we're so strong. Like, you know, we only took one receiver through 3 rounds. I don't think we're so strong at receiver that Polk is a bad pick there. We have 4 RB2 options here. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 picks left to go. Whiskey Bud. This guy, Whiskey Bud, is chirping me the entire time. He's in here. Where's this message? I like Ron a lot, but don't get it twisted. People hating on his drafts absolutely does get to him. He's a good actor, but I know he's pressed out the trolls. I'm truly not. I do truly think when it comes to high-stakes managed leagues, I already have a $10,000 win to my name. I know everybody in the chat who's flaming me has never actually played in these tournaments, in a $2,000 draft, has done well in one, knows what it's like in season managing the waiver wire. And then we get a Ron hypes up his picks every time. I don't. I oftentimes spiral down, and I'm like, man, I hate this team. And the funniest part is that you're also the guy begging me to take Rashid Shaheed. Rashid Shaheed on the guy who, like, thinks he knows everything, thinks he knows whether or not my picks are good or not. Come on. We're touting Rashid Shaheed. That's what saves this team here. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll show the draft. We went from the 10th spot. We went A.J. Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Kyle Pitts, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Brock Bowers, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Reed, Addison, Dowdle, Jaleel McLaughlin, Ray Davis, Antonio Gibson, and Jalen Polk. It's a 2 wide receiver, 2 flex, full PPR. It's tight end premium as well. So the tight ends get 1.5 PPR. That's why I took Pitts so early, and then also Bowers because we can just flex Bowers as well. That's like the whole point. The whole point of the strategy is to have my running back suck. My RB2s. My RB1's pretty sick. Yeah, paying up for RB2. Historically, it feels like I always talk about this. There's a psychological aspect of fantasy football. You take your RB2 in the middle rounds, it feels good. You look at your starting lineup, it's like, man, that's a sick team. But when it comes to December and like actually winning your league, your RB2 is probably going to suck, right? That was Alexander Madison last year. That was Miles Sanders last year. You get these RB2s and they feel really comfy. They feel good. They're a nice projection on the ESPN app in week 1. You get to midseason and it's like, man, why did I take this guy when everybody else is grabbing Jerome Ford off of waivers and Zeke Elliott and Gus Edwards and Devon Achane and Kyron Williams and this whole long list of laundry matching the guy that I spent a 5th round pick on. No. But now he backpedals. He's trolling. He can tell deep down that these really bother me, but then he's also trolling. Yeah, it's just like there is a psychology element to fantasy football. People really want to just have a really nice starting lineup that is balanced and they can look at in week 1 that's really good. But when we're optimizing for the playoffs and stuff, there's other ways to do it. Damn. A lot of late round dart throws went. I will say, knowing what I know now, I do kind of wish I just went Tank Bigsby there. And then just took a running back on the way back. There goes P. Ryan. Especially knowing that McMillan made it back to us. I do kind of wish we went Tank Bigsby and then McMillan here. That's fine. Like, we're nitpicking. Okay, never mind. McMillan doesn't make it back to us. I do wonder if this guy's watching the stream. I really do. All right, so McMillan goes. That's actually fine. And we kind of played that the way I wanted it. So then we're going to go. And I don't know how you guys are going to feel about this, but I'm going to go Audric Estime. Even though we have Jaleel McLaughlin, I just want running backs in this Denver offense. I don't know. Investing in one in round 11 and then one in round 15, I think that's a fine way to play the backfield. I do. So now wide receivers are completely off the table. So I'm actually kind of happy we did the Polk pick because I am not taking. Yeah, there's no other upside wide receivers I want. You could talk me into an upside swing at tight end. Like, I'm looking in terms of what's here. So Fant's gone. Also, I know I have like a super chat or 2 in the queue right now. I will get to it. I promise. I will get to it. So Jonnu Smith, Jawan Johnson, those guys are all gone. Or no, Jonnu Smith isn't gone. But I don't really want Jonnu Smith, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I have one guy I'd really like here. Dude, this Ricky Pearsall stuff sucks so bad. Holy shit, I feel awful for him. We're going to go Will Shipley here. We get the free peak. We'll see how he does. Come on down. All right, it's 8:14. No, we're dialed in. I'm very zen. We actually, like I told you guys, we actually have a draft at 8:30 as well. So we're gonna have to rewind it and dial all the way back in. I have decided why not. I honestly plan to rip this open after like round 8, but that's just how dialed in I've been. I haven't even looked to grab a beer like Mijouln or whatever the hell on a Friday. This one I'm skeptical about this one. This is a cider. It is a ginger cider. I don't know that I gas ginger, but we shall see. That's actually not bad. It's certainly not fantastic. I'll come out here and say that. It's certainly not fantastic. It's not bad. See what we can do here. All right, so I gotta answer some super chats here. What have I missed? What have I missed? Oh my God, Box of Juice Ricky too. Come on, you're using a super chat for this? Oh my God, I guess I appreciate it, man. You guys are insane. Trade Jacoby Myers for Jaden Daniels? Oh, all day, man, all day. If you need a tight end for sure, or a wide receiver. Trying to think what we're doing at this next pick. So we have two non-kicker and defense picks left. Are we for real drinking ginger ciders? Yes, man. Yes. Yes, I know. I'm a raging pussy. I am. I know. You don't have to tell me. It's a part of the deal, man. It's just simply a part of the deal. You have to gloss over it. Let's see. Trying to think through like late round tight ends. There's like nothing that I really care about. Like we already have 2 sick tight ends. I don't think we need to crank any more if we don't want to. I guess Greg Dulcich you could talk me into. Like a last round Greg Dulcich. I don't feel the need to take a quarterback because again we're gonna have CJ Stroud through week 14. I'll find something off waivers. Wide receiver we're done at. See, people tell me, look, all right, so here's the thing, fellas. I don't consume gluten, so my alcoholic beverage intake is the most suspect shit of all time. It is very girly. Like, look, it's ginger cider, or here's the other option, fellas. Or a black cherry White Claw. Whoa, it's dripping a little bit. So those were the options. We'll see. But Dolchich could be fun. Yeah, pussy drinks. Just what it is, man. It's what it is. Just is what it is. I know. All right, so Dolchich already went. So there you go, Bidoof. Let's see. What do you guys want? What do you guys want here? I think that we probably just take 2 dart throws at running back. Maybe 1 or 2 that's in the that are in the what am I trying to say? Damn, I was actually going to debate taking Emmanuel Wilson. He gets a free look. I'm trying to say we should take somebody that gets a free look. I still do think that Carson Steele is draftable. I see the Bo Nix, but I don't know that we need a backup quarterback. And he shares the bye week with CJ Stroud anyways. So I don't know. Kendra Miller stash, that's interesting. Justice Hill's still hanging out there too, if that's your thing. Okay, never mind. Roshan Johnson went. I was gonna say, like, is Roshan Johnson just no longer a guy? Do people just not care about Damian Pierce anymore? What do you guys think about Isaiah Garendo now that Elijah Mitchell's out for the year? I don't know. Probably a wasted pick. I'd probably cut him anyways, to be honest. It was non-aggressively. It's very funny because I woke up and I woke up with a marking and my buddies like told me like I wasn't forcefully removed, but we were all on the way out. And I don't know, I guess I wasn't in great shape and they just kind of were like, "All right, you're not going back in, bud." I was like, "All right. All good." And then I ate pizza and then I threw it all up. That's kind of how that night went. Drinking alcohol in 2024. Yeah, I prefer P Ryan too, but he's gone. Let's actually go to see what options are. So we have like Carson Steele, we have Kendre Miller. Him being on IR is pretty tough. Like I'd probably cut him pretty quickly. Um, Tight end. I mean, you could certainly talk me into Theo Johnson if you wanted to. No, nothing at receiver that I like. Who's hurt right now? What am I talking about? Escorted for what? Just being a little sauced. I didn't do anything crazy. Theo Johnson or Sanders, as in like JT Sanders. Dude, JT Sanders has kind of been getting some buzz out of camp, huh? Let's do Sanders, man. I haven't drafted a lot of him anywhere really, but I have seen I've seen a lot of buzz about him in camp. So why not? We'll crank a little bit more purple. And then we'll just take one last running back here. Pretty much you can sell me on any of like Carson Steele. Yeah. Okay, Theo Johnson goes directly after it. Let's see. People are asking what site is this on. This is FFPC. This is tight end premium, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Man, you could also talk me into taking Malik Washington here. I know it's like, man, we should really just be hammering running backs, but it's like, I'm probably going to cut these guys anyways, like a guy like Carson Steele, you know? We're going to go Malik Washington. I haven't taken a Malik Washington team yet. I know that it's like, man, you should really be hammering running backs here, but again, like, they're probably guys I'm going to cut anyways. I at least want to see what Malik Washington does in week 1. And then from there, we can decide if we're going to cut him. And then we can just cut him for the hot waiver wire ad, whatever. But in terms of guys that I would like to see, Malik Washington would be one of them that I'd really like to see in week 1. I think we kind of crushed that draft, fellas. If anybody is curious about how that draft went, we went A.J. Brown, J.T., Kyle Pitts, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Brock Bowers, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Reed, Jordan Addison, Dowdle, McLaughlin, Ray Davis, Antonio Gibson, Jalen Polk, Audric Estime, Will Shipley, J.T. Sanders, Malik Washington. I like it. Team saved. How would Yoshivas have been the better move? We know rookie wide receivers have the upside. Yoshivas, like, unless if I have Joe Burrow, Like, I don't see a world where I ever am starting Yosivas. I can see a world where Malik Washington is like this year's Rashi Rice, and he has kind of some rookie year breakout vibes, but, especially in that offense, schemed up by McDaniel out of the slot in motion. Yosivas, I don't know, man. Yeah, so I really like this team. This was the highest pressure draft we've had this summer. This was $2,000. We're gonna be doing another draft here in a second. Literally same format, but just $350. Much lower stakes. I like how we ended up here. Yep, we're out here, man. You won't. I don't know who else is out here running solo $2,000 drafts, using their own rankings, doing their thing, putting their money where their mouth is. Home League draft is on Wednesday. I still don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I don't have anything planned, but we might do a high stakes draft tomorrow. We'll see. Just 350. I do get that's a big number, but compared to 2,000, only pick you hate was Addison. That's fair. Addison was a tough spot. I would have, if it was Zach Moss or Singletary or like any of these running backs, I would have loved it. I don't know. You could have talked me into this being another running back, but I was fine with it. It's risky betting on teams so much it could kill you. I mean, it's risky putting $2,000 down on a fantasy football team. You're going to Vegas for 3 main event drafts? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. What a crazy thing to ask. Rank these 3 players and state your case with 3 bullet points for each player. Come on, man. I'm not doing homework. I prefer them Najee, Javonte, B-Rob, but I'm not laying out my case for each and every single one with 3 bullet points and MLA format. I guess, fellas, if it wasn't Addison there, who should it have been? Like, should it have really been Austin Eckler? So I'm just trying to think through. I still think we would have had, receivers plus Bowers through the flex, and then 2 extra options like Jaden Reed off the bench, or like Addison and Brock Bowers off the bench doesn't feel like too much, Bye weeks will hit, especially with how much week 14 buys we have. Like, I think it's built in a good way. I'm still fine with the Addison pick. I think it was just an ugly round in general. I don't know that there was, like, the obvious answer was any of these 6 running backs. It's just the room suffocated us. All right, we got to make these picks at the turn and then be quick about this. I don't know what spot I'm picking in the home league yet. Dance for a super chat. Why not Chubb? I mean, like, Chubb was interesting, but I don't know. Like, I just don't want to wait that long for him to come back, and then it's coming back from a multi-ligament tear at his age. I don't know. I have a tough time with Chubb. What's up, Joe D? All right, 829. All right, so this is what's going to have to happen. I'm going to just draft these kickers and defenses however I see fit. Let's go into this next draft room. Here we go. And then we have draft board. All right. So here's the new team, fellas. Picking from the 3 spot. Should be fun. All right, so now we just need to take a random kicker or defense. Give me Jake Elliott, whatever. I do not care. All right, this guy's officially on the clock. I need to get a new, fresh set of rankings out here. And we're running it all back. Leave a like, fellas. We're doing back-to-back. Back-to-back high-stakes drafts. This one, $350. Same format. Full PPR. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. $350. Tight end premium. Pretty much the same format, just a smaller stakes. All right, so let's make another copy here. All right, there we go. Oh, do we have I think we have an issue with this guy not being here. One moment, we are paused, still trying to get the last team in here. Hate to see that, but it's all good. Also, I don't know why I named my team name Big Pimpin'. I don't know why. Sometimes I just do it. Sometimes I just name my teams off of vibes. But yeah, that's where we're at right now is Big Pimpin'. So, yeah. All right, so we finished that up with Eagles kicker, Packers defense, whatever. Don't really care a whole ton. All right, got a new fresh set of rankings. By the way, all these drafts I do, if you have a home league draft coming up this weekend or earlier this week, make sure you check out patreon.com/Ron Stewart. We use all the rankings ourselves. I eat at my own restaurant. I have the rankings pulled up here. It's a cheat sheet. They're tiered. You have all my tiers, my target rounds for every single player. My target players are outlined. My voids are outlined. You get pretty much an all-in-one top 200 rankings cheat sheet that I bring into all of my drafts with me, myself. So what else we got? If I missed a super chat, I did. My bad, Brandon. Wow, a $20 super chat? I can't stress enough. I appreciate that, fellas. But for $8, you can get on my Patreon, and for $15, you get a month's worth of the Patreon and direct access to me in the Ask Ron section of the Discord. So geez, I do appreciate it though. That is huge. Just drafted your home league team, 14 teams, full PPR, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Hell yeah, thank you for outlining that. You got Hurts, Bijan Warren, Nico Waddle, Devontae Smith, McBride, Corum, Judy, A.D. Mitchell, Jalen Wright, Ray Davis. In a 14-team league, I think that's about as good as you could have done, man. Hurts is sick there. Hurts stacked to Devontae Smith, Bijan Warren, hero RB kind of team. Corum off the bench, Judy, A.D. Mitchell. Yeah, it's not as stacked as receiver as I'd like to, but in a 14-team league, I think that's about as good as it could have gotten. Like, I don't think that you could have been any more stacked on the bench at receiver. I think you played that about as well as you could, dude. That's a sick team. Yeah, I'll probably name it something like that. This is 350. Favorite spot to draft from, 105. I got to be honest, this will probably be a wide receiver. I know people want me to take potentially Brees or Bijan here. I'm still yet to get a Bijan team. That's a goal of mine, but I'm not going to force it at 3, I don't think. Yeah, so we are held up here waiting for this guy. I don't know who we're waiting for. I don't think we're waiting for 101. I think we're just waiting for somebody. So I probably could have just left it on the previous drafts, but I don't know. I don't think you guys care what kickers I take. I will say, fellas, I was not nervous, but, juiced up for a $2,000 draft. Like, you don't want to do a $2,000 draft and then get a team you hate. That team from the 10 spot was about as good as it could have went outside of the only thing that could have went different are not errors on me. It was just the room. If Jamar Chase fell one more spot to 110, that would have been sex. And then if the running back run in round 9 didn't happen, that would have been sex as well. So those are really the only 2 things that stung. It's actually taking me forever to pull up the ADP right now. I'm logged in, man. Holy shit. Fantasy Mojo pisses me off sometimes. I couldn't be more logged in, dude. Do I really have to delete the cookies right now? Oh my god, you're kidding me, man. My bad, fellas. I'm trying to pull up ADP from this contest right now. And it's giving me a hard time for no reason. There we go. Jeez, dude. I was actually about to throw something. Pretty crazy that this is not started yet, but alright, whatever. Gives us more time to get shit figured out here. Alright, what do we got here? My name in here is Big Pimpin'. Again, I don't really know what the point is. Lock in. We're keeping vibes high. I'm all good. I'm all good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why we went that way. Oh, man, I know people want Bijan and Brees. I know. It's probably not going to be that, though, fellas. Still waiting. Like, for me, it's probably going to be one of McCaffrey, Lamb, or Tyreek, if I'm being honest. Whatever comes back to us at 3. Wow, this guy's 6 minutes late. What's the, what are they saying in chat? Always that one person shake my head. How long do we wait? It is quite the bit to, spend $350 on a team and then just say, I don't care enough to show up. How high am I willing to take Neighbors and Rice? Neighbors as high as the early 3rd, Rice as high as the early 4th. Do I ever do Dynasty content? I do. Every offseason, I'm pretty high on Dynasty content, or I do a bunch here, is what I meant to say. Outside of that, there should be a Dynasty Rankings update on the Patreon probably next weekend. We shall see. Or no, not next weekend, probably 2 weekends from now. Got any shares of Lamb? Yeah, I think I have 1 Lamb. The only first rounder that I want exposure to that I don't have yet is Bijan. But you guys got to remember, we still have, like, we're probably going to do a draft or 2 tomorrow. We're going to do another high-stakes draft on Tuesday. I have my home league on Wednesday. I have another draft on Monday with you guys, the patrons. And then also, I don't even know if I'm going to stream these, but my plan is to also do 3 high-stakes drafts after the Friday game next week, next Saturday. So I have plenty of bullets ahead. I don't feel like I need to force it. That's just where I'm at. This is $350. How's your Labor Day weekend? It's been pretty good. Today's been pretty chilled. Today was probably my first, like, sort of off day of August since we started grinding here. I got to sleep in. I got to watch some college football. I mean, I did, like, a rankings update. I did some, some light work. I probably did, like, 2 hours of work today. Watched college football. Took a nap. Woke up, and now we're here. So it's been nice. This is, like, the first day that I haven't been, at my desk at 8 a.m., writing an outline, because we're done with preseason, like, draft prep content. Tomorrow we'll probably have, like, a week 1 video out. Like, tomorrow I'll have a lot more work to do, but today was nice, man. Today I kind of chilled. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. I mean, we're now 9 minutes ahead here. I will say, let me know if you guys have any more main events. 1 more, and it'll be next Saturday. Next Saturday will be my last main event. Appreciate the super chat. Gianluca Cusamano. Thoughts on Gibbs this season? I like him a lot. I take him whenever he gets to me, and I actually don't think I have Gibbs in a high stakes yet. Yeah, I do. I have Gibbs ahead of H, and I have Gibbs ahead of JT as well. Just am yet to get him where I want him. How does that work, drafting teams after the game start? Pretty much what happens in these high stakes formats is the Thursday and Friday games, and why it's like a free peek and why I like drafting the Green Bay players and some of the Chiefs and the Ravens and stuff is you don't have to set your lineup until Sunday at 1 p.m. So what happens is that you already get the free look at what happens on Thursday and Friday, and then from there, like let's say Christian Watson scores 25 points, you can now retroactively start him in your wide receiver spot on Sunday morning. And what that creates is on Saturday now, we're going to have 4 games played where you already know their week 1 score, and you're going to draft them based off of that. So like Gabe Davis had a monster game, I think, versus the Rams in 2022, and he went from like a 5th round pick to like a 3rd round pick. So players are going to move all around the board, right? So we have the Packers, Eagles, Chiefs, Ravens. So those 4 teams are going to be very interesting to draft around. But oftentimes, a lot of the teams that win these contests draft that final weekend because you have the most information possible. You know all the injuries, you know all the players that are on teams. You already know the information from the games that just got played before. So I try to save like maybe like 15 to 20% of my portfolio for after the Thursday and Friday night game. In years past, it's been just the Thursday night game, but of course we have a Friday night game this year. All right, so McCaffrey goes. We're finally getting in here. The cheat sheet is insane. I appreciate you gassing me up, man. I put a lot of work into it. To me, like I said, like I don't know. I've sometimes gotten complaints that like there's not enough to it, but I have a hard time. Like I'm trying to build a cheat sheet that I would use myself. We're gonna go Tyreek here. I'm trying to build a cheat sheet that I would use myself. You know, and I don't know. I guess I could cater to the more casual player, but I don't get much from like pure draft guides where like you flip page by page on a PDF and there's like this big blurb about each player. It's like I don't know. I've never been someone that purchases that and then reads all of that and like it's just to me it's like a lot of fluff. I would just rather give you the answers to the test. And my fluff is just in videos and stuff. So yeah, like it does seem a little bit. It's like man, it's just a Google sheet, but I think it gives you everything you need. Which video is the link to the cheat sheet in chat? I've put it now in my community tabs. I'll put it in the chat now too, but I put it in my community tabs. I put it in yesterday's video. All of the original ESPN, all of those videos I've put out there as well. Here you go. This is the sheet. If you want to find default rankings from everywhere, there you go. All right, time to lock in. Good vibes only. Now, I will say, figuring out tight end on the way back to us is going to be what's tricky. Because in terms of tight end, the give and take is kind of like one of the big 4 at our spot here, or Andrews here, or 4-5 turn, maybe Pitts falls, or Kittle should be here. So that's kind of the calculus there. We'll see what we do. I think first and foremost, we're going to be kind of hunting for a big value. Actually, I got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do here. I got a pretty good idea. You're supposed to go CD at 102, just like your mock's better with Bijan or Brees. I think that's fair as well. Especially in 2 wide receiver, 1 flex leagues, I would take them 102 and 103. Wow, so that's an A.J. Brown pick over Jefferson. Alrighty. Damn, dude. This Ricky Pearsall stuff does suck, dude. I won't sit here and lie to you guys. Yeah, no, he's a legend. I paid him out on the side. Really cool dude. He's been kind of behind the scenes. He of course has a job. He's just been kind of working on it when he can. So yeah, very cool. I don't know. I'm very curious. You guys can check it yourself in terms of like, do the ESPN default rankings match up? Do the Yahoo ones match up? I think they do. I think that I was looking through it myself, and I think it all matches up. There goes Garrett Wilson. You're voting no, Andrews. You're vetoing Andrews. Wow, London at 11, dude. I'm yet to get a Drake London team. I'm not taking him at 11. There's just no way. 500 plus chat rats need to hit the like button. Yeah, leave a like if you can, especially if I answer your question. 10 team PPR from James Grover. Man, I would say when you guys drop these teams, I got to know the starting lineup, fellas. But I'm gonna assume you kind of listed. No, you didn't. Kyler Henry, Javonte Dowdle, McLaughlin, Lamb, London, Ridley, McLaurin, Samuel McBride, Jets D, and a 10 team. A 10 team, it's a little weak. It's a little weak. It's a little weak for my liking. But I mean, you're good at. I mean, Kyler to McBride is pretty sweet. Starting lineup should be pretty good. This is 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. In terms of its high stake stuff, it's only NFC, but it includes like ESPN, Sleeper, and Yahoo. There goes Gibbs. That's also why I haven't been able to get Gibbs. He goes. I mean, I have him ranked at 112, but thankfully I haven't had many 112s either, though. Yo, do you think Marvin Harrison Jr. will do? Picked him in the 6th round in the 6th pick, or I imagine you're asking how I think he will do. I think pretty good. I think in the middle of the 6th or middle of the 2nd, he's a fine pick. How do you deal with wanting players to succeed / not do well? I've talked about this. It's pretty funny. You guys know by now. I have, I'm gonna have like 500 best ball teams. I'm gonna have like 20 high stakes redraft managed teams. I really, to be honest with you, it's all kind of background noise, and the only thing I really care about is my home league with my high school buddies, and I kind of see the rest as box scores. It's not till the playoffs that I really start locking in on like each individual team, and I'm like, man. Or you get to like week 6, and it's like this team is a wagon, and then that starts to be a team that I care about. But week 1, all I really care about is players I know I have a lot of, and then also just my high stakes team, or my home league team. My bad. So there goes Gibbs. Marv is off the board. Puka's off the board. Hill or CeeDee Lamb? I'm personally on CeeDee Lamb there, but I think it's close. I think you can go either or. Dynasty Trains in 5 won't even answer a question if they don't put the starters in. I have to start doing that. Wow, there goes Kelsey. Tight end 1. Which, by the way, flashing lights. Or actually, that's a weird that's a weird hand movement there. But flashing lights. Actually, we're going to see tight ends go off the board early. Flashing lights, fellas. Everybody lock in. Flashing lights. This is going to be tight end premium. 1.5 PPR points to the tight end position. They're going to go very early in this draft. It's not weird. It's not a league of casuals. It is just the scoring settings. It's in the title. All right. Everybody lock in. All right, so there goes JT, Saquon, McBride, all off the board. See what gets back to us here. So London went. All right, I have 2 players I want. If they both go, I might throw a hissy fit. There's ETN. Okay, so they both don't go. All right, there goes ETN. What's it going to be, bud? I have two guys I want, and he doesn't take either of them. All right, I don't know if you guys are going to like this, but this is what we're going to do. We're going to take Dalton Kincaid, and we're going to hope that Achane comes back to us, and if he doesn't, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But I would rather, on this side of the board at 210, I want Kincaid. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about that. Tight end premium. We're going to have an opportunity to stack him at the 4-5 turn to Josh Allen. And you got to remember here, I'm not taking Pitts in the early third. I don't think he'll come back to us. And even if he does, we can just throw him in the flex. I already have so much Achane. I think in this format, that's a fine pick. And we'll see what comes back to us here. The thing is, there's just no way Pitts would have made it back to me in the early fourth, or the late fourth. On this side of the board, you're not getting anybody late that you want. Wow, this guy is letting this clock bleed. He goes Olave. You said Kincaid and McBride could easily be in the Kelsey Laporta conversation. I agree. Damn it, there goes Achane. If Achane made it back, that would have been the pure sex start. But I'm telling you guys, if we went Achane there, first of all, we already have Tyreek, so I'm fine stacking Tyreek and Achane. It just doesn't feel great there. Wow, and that guy goes Ingram. So he confirms to me that would have been Kincaid. So it was truly one or the other. We already have a lot of Achane. I wanted Kincaid. The way that this room is going to fall in terms of like the 4-5 turn, we might not get a tight end to come back. We'll see. We'll see. I can't say I'm super bummed out about that. I actually have one guy I'd really like here. And if he takes him, it's going to be a little bit of a gut punch, I'll be honest. He goes Jacobs. All right, we're gonna take Cooper Kupp here. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about Cooper Kupp. I don't know how you guys feel about Cooper Kupp in general. But in this format, I will take Kupp here, and we'll be just fine there. Boom. So I don't know. I'm curious. We'll see how this sort of shakes out, and if we regret taking Kincaid there, pretty much the question is going to be, should this have been Kincaid or Achane? I lean Kincaid myself. If Kupp didn't make it back, none of Kupp didn't make it back, but if this guy took Kupp instead of Achane, we would have taken Achane here. So that does sting a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. Our most higher stakes draft tight end premium, only FFPC. It's like their site-specific quirk. People were all over the place. People wanted Kupp, people wanted Pacheco, people wanted Kyron, Nico. We just already have so much Nico. I will say this is in terms of our top two receivers, we definitely got some olds with Kupp and Tyreek. Yeah, over Nico, I already just have a shit ton of Nico, and then also Nico has a Week 14 bye in this format, which also isn't very fun. So yeah, I have them all in the same tier. We were really just hoping for Achane to come back, to be honest with you. I love it, but Achane and Cup. Achane and Cup could have been cool. I'm just telling you guys, in terms of ADP, Pitts goes at the 3-4 turn. I guess that's going to be the question. Is Kittle's going to come back to us, and it's going to be the 2v2 of Achane and Kittle versus Kincaid and whatever we get in round 4. So I don't know. We'll see. Like, I'm not crazy about Kincaid myself, but in this format, he does get a pretty fat boost. And like I said, I already have a shit ton of Achane. Already had Tyreek as well. So I don't know. I think that you could make the case for either if you wanted to. Cup over Nico is crazy. I don't know about that. People are very surprised about Cup over Nico, huh? I mean, I like Nico in a vacuum, but again, like I just have a shit ton of Nico and then also the week 14 bye. That's what in this format I will say. So in this format, fellas, this individual league of 12, the normal league is weeks 1 through 12, and then the playoffs are weeks 13 and 14. So I wouldn't have Nico in the fantasy championship. We just drafted Nico before this team in a main event where we got. I have so much Nico. I have so much Stroud, so much Texans in general. And then on top of the week 14 bye, I was happy to just break the tie to Cup. That's kind of where my head was at. You ever draft on drafters? No, sir. I'm reaching. All right, let's lock back in here. So Devontae went, Pacheco, Rashad White. Derrick Henry go? Yeah, he went before my pick and I forgot. All right, so Derrick Henry went, Rashad White, Devontae Smith. So Devontae Smith went, Malik Neighbors went, Metcalf and Debo both went. What else? Metcalf and Debo both went. Kyron, Pacheco. There goes Evans. It's a good pick. See, this is what sucks. Our last draft, we got so lucky where so much, like, I think somebody got, like, damn near, like, Devontae Smith in, like, the late 4th here. Not as wide receiver hungry here, or not as running back hungry here is what I meant to say. So this is tough. Wide receivers falling off. Yep, without DJ Moore now. Without DJ Moore, we're starting to definitely look at running back and quarterback here for sure. Huh. So here's the question, fellas. All right, this is going to be tough. Because this is not going to be a wide receiver here. This is probably going to be a tight end, quarterback, or running back. There goes James Cook. All right, that makes our decision a little bit easier. There goes Rashee Rice. There goes Pittman. I got to be honest, fellas. If Kyle Pitts makes it to us here, I'm taking him. Like, we'll see if that happens. Your reaching is crazy. Where am I reaching, man? This is a very wide receiver hungry room. So I'm kind of happy we took one early. Or two early. Let's see, what's it going to be? If he takes him, our next pivot after that. Seven seconds, and he takes... What? What? He takes Josh Allen, man. The plan here, I mean, we're going to take Kyle Pitts regardless. I mean, I can't complain about where we're about to get to Kyle Pitts here. I just can't. But I would have, in a perfect world, we take Kyle Pitts and then we hope that Allen comes back to us. But now that that happened, that's a bit of a gut punch. But I should be more happy that we got Kyle Pitts to come back there. So then this becomes tough. All right, so there goes Diggs. Okay, so here's the thing, fellas. I like Kenneth Walker myself. You could talk me into him here. But you could also talk me into another receiver, right? Like if, you know, the receivers here, we're looking at like, there's really only one receiver if he made it back okay, T. Higgins goes. T. Higgins was the guy. If he came back, I would have wanted to take him. Josh Allen gone. God, that sucks. So here's what I got, fellas. We're looking at, I'm going to list them out because I don't care if we get sniped because I have so many options here. But we're looking at Zay Flowers, Tank Dell, Kenneth Walker, and George Kittle. That's what we're looking at here. He goes Kenneth Walker anyways. Holy shit. All right. So then it's really Zay Flowers. Dude, it might just be Kittle, man. Nah, I'm taking Kittle, dude. I'm starving the fucking beast, dude. I'm starving the fucking beast. I'm doing it. Let's do it, man. Give me Kittle. Give me Kittle, man. This is a really weird team, fellas. This is a really weird team. But this is what I'll say. Knowing what we know now, probably would have preferred Achane. Probably would have preferred Achane. But it's a $350 team. All right, I'm down to get, and I know that's a lot of money, but in terms of our entire portfolio, it's one team. Let's get weird, man. We'll flex Kyle Pitts. We'll flex George Kittle. Like right now, we have wide receiver, tight end, flex. So we're strong through the flex. Don't even worry about it. We just got to land the plane now, fellas. Dude, if this guy didn't take Josh Allen, which is crazy, I would have taken Josh Allen over George Kittle. But what are you going to do? We're starving the beast, baby. Starve the beast. We'll see how we land this plane, though. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna. I will be honest. I've never built a team like this, but we'll see. Oh no, we're in heavy turbulence here. Sub to the Patreon, W ass rankings for real. I appreciate that. Yeah, Josh Allen would have been so fun on this team. That sucks so bad, but whatever. Whatever. So there goes Mahomes. Hurts goes. God, that sucks, dude. How could you take Josh Allen there? Yeah, I do think I probably would prefer this team. Knowing that Josh Allen gets sniped from us, I did like the Kincaid to open us up to Josh Allen to Kincaid. Um, but yeah, Tyreek, Achan, Cup, Pitts, Kittle probably would have been a better start, but this is also pretty fun too. Might be the worst I've ever seen. Guy tilted off the face of the earth because of the tight end premium. Oh my god, dude. You're so funny, man. Here's the thing. Let me read out the team that won this contest last year. I didn't tilt my face off, fellas. The thumbnail says $2,000. We just got done doing a $2,000 draft. Um all right, so we'll see how this goes. All right, let's lock back in here. So McLaurin went. Kamara, Ferg. Love seeing a Ferg in the 5th round. God, I still can't get over that Josh Allen pick. It's whatever. It's a fun team. Like the way that you have to think about it in this format is our tight ends are still flex spots. So like when I preach the idea of like wide receivers through the flex plus 1 or 2, like the tight ends are essentially wide receivers in our flex. Now, that's what they don't understand, man. That's what they really don't understand. Yeah, real steppers love this draft. All right, so Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, we got Lamar off the board. Pickens gone. We're gonna need some sex at this 6-7 turn. So that goes Mixon, Pickens. I'm trying to make sure I'm all caught up because I don't think I am just yet. Actually, I think I am. All right, let's see what makes it back to us. We shall see. Yeah, Taysom is a quarterback in this draft. This team has a little bit too much premarital. No, this team is nasty. Pitts is not going to outscore Higgins, Diggs, or Cooper even with premium. I think you'd be shocked, man. I think you'd be shocked if you went back and did if you did the math yourself. So there goes Bowers. In a world where Bowers goes 5'12", the fact that we got Pitts at 4'10" and George Kittle at 5'03", like that feels good. Same with Ferguson in the 5th, dude. Like, I like where we're at. And this also just puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the room to now start reaching on tight ends and kind of throws everything into disarray. We're causing chaos, and I do like that a lot. So trying to get home in time for the Arizona game. I'll let you guys know if Ted McMillan is any good. I actually put I think it was like plus 850 on him to win the Blitnikoff. We'll see how it goes. Dude, Jeremiah Smith today. Nuts. Nuts. If you're a Giga Chad, you get tight end again. Yeah, Ashton Jonty went crazy. Damn, that's a really dude. 601 Zay Flowers. I mean, Team 12 kind of fucks. I'll just sit here and tell you that. Team 12 kind of fucks. I hate to give other people their flowers. Wow, 602 Javante. All right, they're trying to starve me out now. Now, I will say the key thing to know is that running back might be tempting at the 6-7 turn, but what we saw last time is like I was praying in the 9th round for a good running back to make it back to me. The 8-9 turn will have for sure a few running backs that I like. So if running back value is here, we can take it, but we also do not need to be married to it whatsoever. There goes Dell. Wow, dude, middle of the 6th Dell is crazy. There goes Christian Kirk. Are they gonna dare me to take Njoku, man? Just take Njoku, man, please. Don't tempt me. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm kind of just joking. Yeah, I saw Nick Singleton went crazy. He's a guy I have in some Devi. Yeah, this is a very interesting draft. Did Pitts actually outscore Higgins last year? He definitely did, of course. Just because that's how bad he was. All right, thank you for going Njoku. There goes Swift. All right, so this is what we're gonna do here. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this. We're going. This team is just gonna be pure sex. This is all I can really say. So we're gonna go Xavier Worthy here. It's just what has to be done. Oh. Give me Xavier Worthy. We're betting on sex. See what comes back. Now, I will say, I'm going to say his name out loud because I don't really care. There's a few receivers still on the board that are interesting. But if David Montgomery comes back here, it's going to be really tough to pass on. So that's where I'm at currently. There goes JSN. I think Deontay's still on the board too. I don't know that he really does anything for this team, but there goes Kyler. So Kyler's gone. Stroud is gone. All right, so it's going to be really tough, fellas. Right now, I'm between David Montgomery, Rome Odunze, Deontay Johnson, Jaden Reed. Those are my four guys right now. I find it very hard here. Wow, did he get autoed Aaron Jones? Man, I think we're going Rome. I think we're going Rome, dude. I don't know if you guys are going to like it. I really don't. But it's Rome Odunze. Sets us up to Caleb later if we want it. Like, I think we're just going to embrace... I think that we're just going to embrace this team just being pure sex. I think so. Because you have to remember, Kyle Pitts and Kittle are definitely our like guys we can put in the flex. But we still need receivers we can put in the wide receiver spots as well. I don't know. Roma's like my best ranked player there. This is a 5 flex league. I get it. I get it, but here's the thing, fellas. This is one of like 20 teams for me. It's not the $2,000 team. We're getting weird. All right, we're getting weird. We'll see what comes back. In the late 8th, I'm not expecting any receiver that we really like to come back to us. Like, it'll be Keon Coleman. It'll be like Lad McConkey, but Brian Thomas isn't making it back. So we'll see. Then you just say you wanted Montgomery. He was one of the guys I was thinking of. He was one of the guys I was looking at. We're pushing it here. Can't let your woman know that you're watching. 7 players for 5 spots. If you watch the videos, you know I'm going through the flex, plus 1 or 2. That would be plus 2. Boom. We're in there. And like I said, we're going to have running backs at this 8-9 turn that we like. I almost promise. There goes Reed. Start taking the wide receivers, man. There's still good ones on the board that they're going to take. And I'd rather shoot for maximum upside with a rookie here when we already have, we're going to be starting. In week 1, we're starting Tyreek, Kupp, Pitts, Kittle. Gives us enough time for Worthy and Rome to come off the bench and do their thing. There's also, again, like the guys who come back would be like Lad and Keon, who just aren't as good as bets as these two. So yeah, this is kind of a heinous build. I'll be straight up with you guys. It's kind of a heinous build. Like, this is not, if I was to map out what this team should have looked like, it was not this. But we adjust to the room. We stay flexible. I still had Rome. I still had Rome and Jaden Reed ranked ahead of David Montgomery. I didn't feel like we needed to break the tie to running back there. Again, the 8-9 turn is going to be pretty nice. All right, I got a plan here. We'll see how it goes. There goes A-Rich. Somewhere Sean Siegel smiling. He would love this team. What do you think about Cooper Cup at the 402? Yeah, that's actually a funny comment, Zach. I do appreciate the super chat. Cup in the 4th is really nice. I'm taking him in the 3rd here. So, wow, that's an early Jaden Daniels. Nobody's taking, okay. All right, there's still really good quarterbacks on the board. That's a really early Jaden Daniels. Did I miss Keenan Allen, or is he still on the board too? Yeah, Keenan Allen is absolutely still on the board. Wow, all right. Fat Keenan is for real, I guess. All right, so Mostert went. Ramondre gone. All right. Damn, 602 Javonte sucks so bad, dude. If Javonte somehow made it back, I know that there was like no way, but still waiting for a Javonte share, man. The strat's been sponsored by Blue Chew. All right, there goes Chase Brown. Huh. If this room could start taking receivers, that'd be nice. So I don't know. We might look back and say we should have taken Montgomery here. We'll see what receivers make it back. I would like for this room to get a little more hungry here. There's like 2 receivers on the board that if they come back to us, it'd be almost impossible to pass on them. $7.12 Chase Brown, huh? Yeah, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Jalen Warren, that's a good pick. Damn. Yeah, it sucks that only 2 receivers have gone since I made that pick. Damn. Damn. All right. Alrighty. There goes Keenan Allen. Right, very interesting. Kind of holding my breath at these next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. Yeah, I'll be honest. I slightly regret. I'll just be straight up. I probably should have taken Montgomery. Just the way that running backs have gone off the board. He has Zamir White now. That sucks. So nothing good came back. Brian Thomas Jr. still on the board. Christian Watson still on the board. Yeah, Achan could have been an early pick. I think that we probably played our detours poorly here. Now that I'm looking at the board, goes Brooks and Eckler. Jeez, dude. If Brian Thomas Jr. makes it back, this is gonna suck so bad. There goes B-Rob. Jeez, dude. All right. We've learned our lesson, I suppose. Here's Christian Watson. Damn, that sucks so bad. Huh. No, man, I don't have a Tony Pollard team yet. Nope, Tony Pollard is already gone. All right, so we're taking Brian Thomas then. I'm an idiot. Where did Pollard go? Am I an idiot? Who the hell drafted Pollard? Oh, he went 7-10. Of course I missed it. Yeah. Not great, fellas. I'll just be straight up. Don't worry, we're taking a running back here, but that's probably our last receiver for this draft. Max upside swings. But yeah, if I could have changed this to be Montgomery and Brian Thomas instead of Roma Dunze and Brian Thomas, I would. I just didn't expect this was a wide receiver hungry room to start, man. We got, we come to this 4-5 turn, and DJ Moore is gone, Ayuk's gone, Evans is gone, Devontae Smith is gone, but these guys have just hammered these running backs. I don't think it was 3 tight ends. To me, it was just not taking Montgomery over Rome, or Achane over Kincaid. I think we can still land this plane for sure. But in terms of like the perfect version of this team, I should have known better to know we would have had some receivers here. Because even if it wasn't Brian Thomas, it could have been Ladd McConkey or Keon. But we're fine. So this now has to be Tyjae Spears, Singletary, or Zach Moss. Probably for me. Probably for me going to be Tyjae Spears. Yeah, I mean, I knew Ladd and Keon would make it back. I think that I should have just known that that was my safety blanket because I don't feel great about this team if I don't get Rome here and then my fourth receiver is Ladd McConkey, but I don't know. It's a weird build. Wow, this guy's gonna get auto picked, huh? Is he gonna say something in the chat? I honestly do not care. He's been autoing picks all day. All right, so we're going to go Tyjae Spears. All right. See what we can do. See if we can land this plane. I think we're going to be all right. I do. I think that there's better ways we could have played this for sure. But I think we'll be all right. See, now this is not what we're going to do. Cup over Pacheco was not the issue. The only issue for me here was Kincaid over Achane, and then Rome over David Montgomery. I think those were the two spots I should have pivoted to running back. Just knowing that in round 8 we would have had one of Ladd, Keon, or Thomas. I don't know. I still think the team fucks, to be honest. Like, round 8, Brian Thomas fucks. Round 7, Rome Odunze fucks. Round 6, Xavier Worthy's sick. It's just going to really be a matter of, like, we might have an embarrassment of riches, but I think that's kind of a good thing to have. Like, at all times, we're going to have a stud tight end. At all times, we're going to have stud flex spots. We don't know if Worthy, Rome, or Brian Thomas will even be startable early on in the season. It is kind of a chaos lineup. Yeah, I think it was just super tough. Like, it was... I got to be honest, I don't know if I could show my face if I took David Montgomery over Rome Odunze. We just got nothing to come back. Somehow this room lets... I mean, 8-10 Brian Thomas Jr., I'm not going to complain about that. I just can't. I can't. Like I said, though, like we like genuinely are not going to take another receiver for the rest of the draft. Like, I think if we take a receiver, it'll be like one more. We're done at tight end. All we need now is a quarterback. There's still a couple of good ones on the board. All we need is a quarterback and running backs the rest of the way, and we'll be all right. Yeah, we're going to land this plane. We are. We're going to land this plane and look back and be like, this is a really fun team. A crazy team. Lots of upside. Because now we have Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Dalton Kincaid, and then our flex options are Pitts, Kittle, Worthy's going to come on down the stretch, Rome Odunze will come on down the stretch, Brian Thomas will come on down the stretch. And, I mean, the reality of the situation is that one of Dalton Kincaid, Kyle Pitts, and George Kittle is probably going to be a bust. Somebody's going to get hurt for a stretch of time. That's my other issue as well. It's like, of course, you know, you're not drafting to, you know, we're not drafting hoping that one of these guys bust. But if Tyreek Hill misses like a 3-game stretch and all of a sudden we would have had to put in Xavier Worthy at wide receiver 2 or, you know, Brian Thomas Jr. at wide receiver 2 and we didn't have the out of Rome, that would have felt a little bit thin, you know? So I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and pout about 8-10 Brian Thomas, 6-10 Xavier Worthy, 7-03 Rome Odunze. Josh Allen over Pitts would have been cool if we didn't get sniped there, but it's all good. You didn't learn from the last draft? I don't think that's true. The last draft, there was nothing to learn. I just got sniped on 6 straight running backs until my pick in round 9. And the answer wasn't to reach on a running back before then. It was just to eat it and take Addison. Let's see. All right. I got to lock back in here. So Singletary gone. Moss is gone. Ford is gone. Jordan Love and Burrow both off the board now. Still have Dak hanging out there. So Chubb, Ford, Moss, Palmer. Also missed the JMO pick at the turn, the Khalil Shakir pick at the turn. What else am I missing? Khalil Shakir, Goddard, Watson, McConkey went. Keon Coleman still hanging out there. You said we know some of these hidden RBs are going to pop off. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna hammer them. We'll be all right. So you've seen so many teams like this win, keep slamming running backs. That's what I'm saying. This team is fire. It is. Walk over Pitts would have been good. I don't know. For me, that wasn't the play. Pitts in this format, his ADP is 312. The fact that we got him here is pretty ridiculous. I would have taken Walker over Kittle if he got there. I would have debated it at least. I'm not really relying on 3 rookies, though. Like, I'm going to have Pitts and Kittle in my flex spots to start the year. Hoping for them to come on down the stretch is really all. All right, this could get dicey. Couple of guys I'm really holding out hope for right now. This is kind of the moment of truth, this pick here. Yeah, this is a managed league. Have to let us know what place you finish with this build. I always do. You're doing great. Thank you, man. What side is this? FFPC. There goes Hawkinson. Corum goes. Wow, it's a really good Corum pick. Marquise Brown go yet in this? He goes Coleman. That's a really good Coleman pick. God damn. Has Sutton gone? Yeah, Sutton has gone. Did I miss Marquise Brown going? God, that was I'll kind of speak to what I'm a little quiet for a second here. There goes Hollywood Brown, there goes Rashid Shaheed. All right, please, man. Rashid Shaheed. Got 2 picks to go. There goes Curtis Samuel. All right. My bad for being so quiet there, but this entire team falls apart if I don't get Caleb there. So, all right. Thank you. Jeez. And sure, this guy has 2 quarterbacks. This guy already has Kyler. You guys, if you guys watch these streams enough, holy shit, dude. Like, I know I could have pushed Caleb. I'm just telling you, I'm just not even playing that game in these leagues, dude. I'm not. This entire team, I hate if I don't take Caleb there. I know. But Team 1 having the upside to take Caleb, I just can't. I would literally hate this team if this guy double tap if he went Caleb here. And we've seen people do this. You know, this guy takes fucking Burrow for no reason. It's just I just can't be bothered. Like, very simply, I just can't. Did you guys really maybe pass on round 11 Austin Eckler, fellas? No, Eckler's already gone. I gotta stop talking about Eckler, man. right, there goes Jacoby. All right, fine. You can have him. I'm not even going to cross off the receivers here. Now it's time to hammer running backs. I have a few available that are fun. All right, so I already have a lot of Rico Dowdle. We already took him last draft. What do you guys think? We have pretty much our choices at running back are Dowdle, Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, Chuba Hubbard are probably my 4 guys I'm looking at here. What do you guys think? Okay, Dowdle goes anyways. All right. Maybe I should have shut up. I don't know. I don't really care, though. So Dowdle goes. You know what, fellas? I think we're just going to continue the sex tour. I think we're just going to continue the sex tour, and we're just going to go Jalen Wright. This is one of the final teams we're doing this year. Actually, no, we're going to take Chuba Hubbard. He just makes sense in this build. I'm going to shut up. Jalen Wright would have been pure sex. He really would have, but it's got to be Hubbard, I think, man. Yeah, it's got to be Hubbard in this build. It just has to be. I wanted to go with the pure sex team. I wanted to go with the pure sex, but I then started looking at and I don't want to have week 1 brain, but you do have to set a week 1 lineup, and you only have 12 weeks to submit yourself into the playoffs. So yeah, that's where I was at. I think he made sense in this build. Chuba will buy us time. Chuba, if you want to just get your money back. I mean, sure, dude, but at a certain point we have to start somebody, you know? That's where you decide to go save round 11 Hubbard. I mean, yeah, just to get some scoring at RB2. I get it. I get not loving Chuba Hubbard. I think we'll have another opportunity at the 12-13 turn to take more upside swings if we'd like to. Yeah. It could have been Dowdle over Caleb, but I just couldn't, dude. I just couldn't. This is managed. Yeah, exactly. I had them all in the same tier. I'm fine taking the one that can start early. I think he just makes sense in 0 RB builds, especially in this one where we didn't have somebody ahead of him. If we'd taken Rico Dowdle here and we had Josh Allen earlier, then sure, Hubbard doesn't make sense, but exactly. He fits this build. He was going to buy us time. I can't go. You start 0-4 on one of these. Yeah, and he still has upside that Jonathan Brooks just has a complication or a setback or is really not given the keys. He's going to be back in week 5, but he might not even be the lead back until week 7, 8. trying to win this draft or get laid. When I see how low someone like Schultz goes, do I regret taking Kittle? Not at all. No. Schultz, I don't think is really a needle mover. So Gus Edwards goes. Starting to see receivers come off the board, which is nice. Yeah, pretty much clandestine. So Judy is gone. All right, I got to get back on my shit here. Damn, Trey Benson auto pick, that blows. Cooks is gone. Cooks, Dobbs, Lockett, Hubbard, Rico. All right, I think we're kind of up to date here. Kobe Myers. But this team through 10 is fun. I mean, this is the zero RB that Sean Siegel wrote about back in 2013, and I wouldn't want it any other way. That's kind of what it comes down to. Damn it, there goes Jalen Wright. He was never coming back, but it's all good. It's also loser mentality to say, but to be honest with you guys, I have so much Jalen Wright in best ball. I don't feel obligated to take him in managed. And I think, like, he's tough in managed, dude. Like, he's not someone you can throw in your lineup until an injury happens, which is fine. But there's only so many of those guys I can have on a zero RB team when I need to, at a certain point, I need to put points in the lineup. There was McLaughlin. That sucks. Still got some names, though, that I like. When the first time you've seen Dobbs before Wicks, yeah. If I have any drafts, I remember picking from the 12. Man, I think the only 12 spot draft I had was on a third round reversal, which kind of sucks for you. Yeah, I'll scroll up. This is the team. Actually, I'll zoom out for you guys so you can see the whole board. But we're big pimping from the 3 spot here. We went Tyreek, Kincaid. It's tight end premium, so the tight ends get 1.5 PPR, and you can throw them in your flex spots. 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. So we have Tyreek, Hill, and Cooper Kupp as our wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. Kincaid in the tight end spot. Pitts in the flex. Kittle in the flex. Worthy, Odunze, Brian Thomas Jr. off the bench. Tyjae Spears and Chuba Hubbard as our RBs. Caleb stacked to Roma Dunze. We'll kind of see what we get with the rest of this draft here. Yeah, Jalil going sucks. Spears over Singletary and Moss for me personally, yeah. That's just where I have him. I just think he's a really good player. There goes Wicks and Polk. All right, those guys know ball. Yeah, the asterisk means that they were auto-picked. There goes Hunter Henry. What's up, Brock? You're walking in on me drafting one of the craziest, most cracked out teams I've ever drafted. But it looks really fun. Here's the thing, I might order some DoorDash, fellas. I'm debating here. I don't know what I want though. Probably a dumb thing to do right at this very second, but oh, that sucks. All right. Alrighty. We'll see what comes back to us here, fellas. So now I need to decide what I'm buying here. I might go sushi, fellas. What do you guys think, man? Might be a sushi day. I will say I got sushi yesterday, though, so I'm kind of like, eh. But the other options I usually go to are not open right now. It's kind of the issue. Huh. Yeah, let's eat out our feelings. All right, so Ty Chandler went, A.D. Mitchell went. It was Brock Purdy. We'd like to see that. All right, I'll be honest. I got two guys, fellas. I got two guys. I don't know if they're going to come back. Honestly, I have a lot of guys I like, to be honest with you. Yeah, it might be sushi. Back-to-back nights of sushi doesn't sit right with me. Low-key. Huh. All right, so never mind on the second running back that I like. There's only really one running back I like. All right, thank God Zeke went because I would have been pretty down bad having to potentially take Zeke. All right, so we got to take two running backs here. We got to lock him. We took Ray Davis on the last one, so we'll probably pivot away from him. I know people really wanted me to go Bucky Irving. I got to be honest with you guys, fellas. I think this has to be Charbonnet if he gets to us here. I know you guys are gonna hate this. I know Cass is gonna hate this. He saw this from a mile away. But if he gets here, I'm taking him. I'm sorry. What do you got, Team 4? The guy who sniped Josh Allen from me for no fucking reason. I still can't get over that. He goes, Braylon Allen. Good pick. All right, we're going to go Sharb. I know you guys don't like it. We're taking Sharb. Or some of you guys don't like that pick. All right, so now we have Sharb. Here's the question, fellas. On this next pick, it's going to be running back. The question becomes, fellas, is it... We took Ray Davis in the last one. Do we want Tyler Algier? Do we want Bucky Irving? Jordan Mason? Let's see. There goes Gibson. You know what? I think we're going to take Algier. Algier this late is pretty nuts, fellas. I think that's just what it comes down to. Yeah, we're going to take Algier. Just like your, very predictable handcuff. You said, would you take HN in round 3 and a Hero RB? Yeah. And I'm getting an L for Algier? Dude, Algier in round 13 is kind of nuts. All right, I need to get back. I need to get back down to brass tacks here. I'm debating getting cheesesteak waffle fries, but that is so gluttonous and fat. Which from a spot, down the street from me. So it'll get here the fastest is kind of the selling point, I guess. Do it. I like that. I might do it just to kick off, just as a exclamation point on August. I will say I try to eat. I usually do try to eat healthy. I stay away from the fat stuff. But it's August 31st. We've worked our ass off this entire summer. You guys have showed up and showed out. We've done a billion fucking streams. We've done a billion videos. All right, so let me cross some of these guys off. Let's get Brucky Irving out of here. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. The cheesesteak fries are good. I'm gonna regret eating it afterwards, but I don't care. This is a reward for all the hard work. It's August 31st. This might as well be Christmas for me. Or maybe not Christmas, I don't know. Just talked himself into eating like shit tonight. Live for a broadcast of hundreds of people. Man, I'm having some second thoughts still. But it's going to get here the quickest, and I don't want to wait around for it either. So that's like the other selling point. I will say they do have a bunch of other shit here, though. What do they got? What else do they got? I'm not getting fucking a salad, dude. I'm not getting a salad. Who am I? Who are you? I am. Yeah, because if it's not cheesesteak fries and it's like they're gluten-free pasta, which is like even more fat. And when I say fat, it's not like I'm not saying it's like filled with fat. I don't know the content of the macros. I'm just saying it's a fat person meal. Actually, no. We're gonna do. No, we're not. We're doing this. Yeah. Dude, you guys know I flip flop. Yeah, we're gonna get cheesesteak fries, dude. Run it up. Run it up. I was debating. I don't even. Yeah, like the other option would be like gluten-free pasta, which is even more disgusting. So this roller coaster has me rolling. All right, we're ordering it. God damn, this Ricky Pearsall stuff sucks. I just got the notification from Schefter. He's in serious but stable condition. Jeez, dude. That is awful. All right, there we go. You said, Brother Ron, just saw your Patreon email about mid-season content. Are you actually going to do start sit streams? Yeah, I decided I am. It's part of the job description. Everybody who's worth anything does, start sit streams for their, subscribers on whatever site they're on. I guess not the big dogs. Like I guess like fantasy footballers and stuff, but I don't know. If you want my come clean, like very honest answer about it. If JJ Zacharyason's not too Hollywood to do a weekly stream for his patrons, then neither am I. He does them on Tuesday. Tuesdays are tough for me because I'm putting all my waivers in for these teams that we draft here, but Sunday morning is fine. I'll do like a half an hour for 30 minutes, or not a half an hour for 30 minutes, but a half an hour on Sundays for the Patreon. And then like probably by mid-season, probably scale them back. Like it just always depends on who comes out for them. Because if it's only like 10% of the entire database of the Patreon, it's really not worth it. But all right, so P Ryan went. Let's get back on our P's and Q's here for a second. I just really need to track the running backs. Everything else doesn't really matter for me. 14th round Ray Davis is sex. Shout out to him. Kamani Vidal gone. Braylon Allen gone. Gibson gone. All right. Running backs a little bit thin. Damn, so Tua and Trevor Lawrence going kind of sucks for us, I'll be honest. Those are two, like, very clear. Go get those guys. Our other options, in terms of just, like, backup quarterbacks that I'm not really worried about just yet. Oh, there goes Herbert. All right, this guy's taking 3 quarterbacks. For me, it's like Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford is really the other guys I'm looking at here, if Herbert just went. And we're popping one more Bev. Why not? Really, in the grand scheme of things, it's literally like 2 standard drinks in the span of like, I mean, it's soft shit to be honest with you, but we'll bust out a White Claw for the boys. I know everybody out there, they're gonna look at this and say, Ron's so soft. He's drinking a White Claw. He might as well be a girl. Have you noticed the pinky up? Have you noticed that? That's all I would ask. All right, so Marshawn Lloyd goes. Trying to think through what running backs we're going to take here. I know, gluten-free pasta. I know. Yuck my yum. Yuck my yum. Yuck my yum. Just go right ahead and yuck my yum. Damn it, Khalil Herbert goes. Are you kidding me? All right, we're gonna take a pure handcuff and Tank Bigsby here. I think. Looking through the rest of like what's available, and it seems like that's probably the best option. That's what we'll do. Give me Tank Bigsby. Very clear, just like handcuff. Yeah, I don't even like White Claws myself, if I'm being honest with you. It's just that my mom randomly appeared a couple weeks ago and just threw them. She bartends sometimes, and she I don't know, she just had like a bunch of extra high noon, so like she just tossed like 24 in the refrigerator down here in the basement. And I don't even really drink White Claws, but you know, if we're here, who cares? I feel like you can't take a QB for a while with this team. Yeah, I agree. I think that we just have to keep hammering them out. Didn't you want Tank earlier? I wanted Tank on our last team, yeah. So I'm glad we got him here. I gotta stop scrolling all the way down. So what else is it? Oh, okay, super chat. My bad. As always, fellas, if you send the super chat, I'll always get to it. Oh, shit, dude. Have I missed a good chunk of super chats here? You're in a league where running backs get half PPR or get half a point per touch, and QBs 0.5 per completions. What the hell? Should I start the draft RB 3 times and then quarterback? I wouldn't boost up quarterbacks for that. It just makes your pocket passers better. Your pocket passers get a boost. That's all really. I wouldn't start 3 straight running backs. 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. I would make sure I get 1 running back in the first 3 rounds, but I wouldn't go robust RB or anything. Great work this season. I appreciate that, man. In a standard? Oh, okay. In a PPR. AJ Brown, Gibbs, Neighbors, Waddle. It's tough without knowing your receivers and your tight ends. Did I already answer this? All right, hold on. I think I did not. Man, we didn't take Tyrone Tracy on this one. Let's take Tyrone Tracy. We'll mix him in. I have so much estimating he might even come back. Yeah, we'll do Tracy. I'm fine with that. Took SMA in the last one. But yeah, without knowing your starting lineup, it's tough to really say. But AJ Brown, Gibbs, Neighbors, Waddle, Allen, Kincaid, Brooks. I mean, those are all good players you just listed. So that's a good thing. Yeah, Shotgun chest over Rolex. I will be honest, not to flex on anybody, but I do have a Rolex myself. And I do sometimes bug out about wearing it places, if I'm being completely honest. That's like my worst nightmare. Like going to New York City or something with my Rolex and getting shot. Holy fuck, dude. That's kind of fucked up. Still drafting? Jacob, we're drafting from the 3 spot, man. What do you think, Jacob? This is a very weird team. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. The 2 decision points that I felt were tough was Kincaid versus Devon Achane. Those were the 2 decision points. And then also, you're gonna laugh at this one, but Roma Dunze versus David Montgomery. But I think this is like a very extreme 0 RB. This is just a 350 here. The main event, you're going to be mad that you weren't drafting with me. I'll say that much. This team fucks, and there's no chance your comment section thought it was remotely live through 8. People were not happy I took Roma Dunze over David Montgomery. I'll say that. But, dude, if you're going to give me Pitts in the late 4th, and then you're going to, smoke me out of Rashee Rice and Diggs, and you're going to take Kenneth Walker, and then take Josh Allen that I wanted to stack to, Josh Allen to stack to Dalton Kincaid, I'll just take Kittle in the 5th round, man. Whatever. Yeah, I figured you'd find that funny. Honest to God, man, I had in my head, I was like, you know what? In this room, we could probably take Montgomery here and still like the receivers we like in the 8th. But in the back of my head was just Liam and Jacob having them see this team and then laugh at me for going Montgomery over Odunze. Name this draft Pettiness 1. If you're still in here, Jacob, I'll show you the the main event. Oh my god, what the hell? The main event I just drafted solo. Also fucks, to be honest with you. This one I actually really like. Draft board. We went from the 10 spot. We went AJ Brown, JT, Pitts, Nico, Dell, Bowers, Stroud, Jaden Reed, Addison, Rico Dowdle, Jaleel McLaughlin, Ray Davis, Gibson, Polk, Estime, Shipley. So yeah. This is the main event one. This one was fun too. Sadly didn't get Chase to come back. And these guys, I didn't want to take Addison here, but after these guys went literally Spears, Corum, Ford, B-Rob, Singletary, Moss, they smoked me out of running back, so whatever. That was my only gripe with that team. But for a main event, that was fun. Said A+ team, tough break to go Kincaid over Achane, given what came to you later at tight end. But yeah, that's what it was. It was tough. It's like, man, I already have a ton of Achane teams. Bowers at 603. Dude, McLaurin was already gone. I already had a shit ton of wide receivers. Just respect it. What does your draft look like if we took Brees and Achane with the first 2 picks? I'm not sure. Probably still would have been viable, to be honest with you. I don't regret the Tyreek one much. Yeah, McLaurin was gone, but I probably wouldn't have taken him. I don't know. The way that the team was built. I'm trying to think. I don't know. McLaurin. No, I don't have McLaurin over Pickens. I don't know. I gotta go back and look at this team. I'm trying to think of what my thought process was taking Bowers over Pickens there. But I think it's just I just liked my receivers. I'm not sure. You make a good point there, Jacob. I'm trying to think to myself here what my thought process was there. What was my thought process? I think it was just that there were so many receivers on the board. Let me see. Damn, FFPC give me a C- for that. So I went, what, A.J. Brown, JT Pitts, Nico Dell? Yeah, it's a fair question. It's a fair question. Why not Pickens over Bowers? After what we did in terms of... No, I know you're trolling. But it's a very strong. I think as well it was just kind of like I don't have Bowers in this tight end premium format yet, and I wanted him. And then I felt confident about the read we could have gotten later, or just like any receiver later on. That is interesting though. Like pretty much virtually the same start. I don't know. I guess you live and you learn. You know, I will cede to you potentially that Bauer should have been our pick there. In our other main event. I think a new strategy that I have while drafting is just like what team would make Jacob and Liam want to offer me equity. But I don't know. That is a good question because I do have Pickens over McLaurin, and I actually like Pickens a good bit. Yeah, exactly. It was just inspiration, if you will. All right, so I've not been paying attention. Wow, I have a guy I'd really like here. So Kirk Cousins goes, Stafford goes. All right, so we get locked out of quarterback, and Drake May goes as well. Alrighty. You see quarterbacks here. Damn. Dude, Audric Esme keeps falling to me. Did I not just take Esme there? Yeah. I will keep taking Esme. Yeah. All right, there he is. Let's see. Trying to think through, like, hammering out some more running backs here versus any sort of quarterbacks that are still around, but all the quarterbacks below. Dude, I don't think I can pass on round 17 McMillan. I told myself I wouldn't take another receiver, but I can't pass on round 17 McMillan, fellas. I'm sorry. I can't. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. I don't know. People might hate that. If I end up dropping McMillan for a running back, I don't really care. Producer. Yeah. I know this team is already very much set at wide receiver. I know. AJ Brown, Gibbs, T, Hurts, Diggs start and long touchdown. Yeah, I mean that sounds good. All of those guys are good players. Yeah, we could take Levis as a backup. Like I'm just looking at like Levis. I don't know. I didn't feel pressure to take anything there. You could talk me into Levis. You could talk me into. Damn. So Kirk really went, huh? could talk me into Levis. You could talk me into Justin Fields. What else even really makes sense here? You could talk me into Bake, but probably not, dude. Yeah, I have a flex addiction is really what it comes down to. Why should we built exclusively of 30-plusers and rookies? Yeah, exactly. Tyreek and Cup. Cup in the third kind of fucks just with him. Dude, I've been in these high stakes drafts where he goes like 205, which is crazy, but in the early third, I'm fine. I like Bo Nix, but in best ball, I don't know. Like, especially with like Caleb, like the only concern with Caleb is him being a rookie quarterback and like starting slow potentially. I do like the idea of Will Levis being like, I can sell myself on the idea of Will Levis being Jameis Winston above the waist and being Josh Allen, not Josh Allen, maybe Daniel Jones below the waist, something like that. I know Will Levis is horrible, but like so is technically Jameis Winston. You know, like I think he can sort of be that same chaos type quarterback, but then also have the scrambling. Yeah, that's the comp is Bortles. That makes a lot of sense. What else we got in here? Hey Ron, 105. Who'd you take between Hall, Bijan, St. Brown, and Chase? I personally would go Hall there. Loki will be decent. I mean, he's gonna have, yeah, we're gonna find out if he's good. He's going to. I mean, they trade away Malik Willis, so he's not getting benched. I don't think he's gonna have the entire year. They're gonna throw the ball a ton. It's gonna be nothing but chaos. Like I said, like Jameis Winston's in his range, which is like kind of fun. Seen flashes of dude. Levis's arm is like genuinely like. I think people get lost on arm talent somehow. Like people love to say, like people like to see Geno as like this like game manager, but then he also has like one of the like some of the best arm talent in the NFL. Levis is kind of the same way, and that's kind of where you're going to get your ceiling from. I don't know who Stan Humphries is. Bukowski. Caleb's arm is sick too. But dude, Levis can bomb it. They do got to bring that back to the Pro Bowl, dude. The thing where they would all just like line up and chuck the ball as far as they could. They got to bring that back, dude. Give me Josh Allen, give me Caleb, give me Levis, Mahomes, obviously, Herbert, obviously. Yeah, you can't teach arm talent. I saw people comparing Shador Sanders to Geno the other day, and it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I get the idea of a quarterback who can scramble a little bit, move around in the pocket, and make good decisions as like a high floor, low ceiling guy. But people forget there's like 3 throws in the Geno versus the Saints game from like 2022 that Shador could never dream of making. To me, Shador Sanders looks a lot more like Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know. Maybe I should be more excited about Shador Sanders, but in terms of dynasty and stuff, he doesn't really do much for me. Top 10 in pace, possible top 10 pass rate over expectation, highest deep throw rate in the league, 20th in EPA per play. Yeah, 100%. I like that call too. I'm going to try and shut up about him a little bit and hope that he comes back to us, but we shall truly see. Yeah, give me Joe Milton out there in the skills challenge for throwing the ball super far. I don't think he looked that dude. He 100% checked that play. It was like a minute 30 left. The other team only has one timeout. It's like first down, and he milk checks a go route for like Horn on his left hand side, and he bombs it. bombs it in quotes and throws it like 30 yards. Like his arm isn't that spectacular. He makes dumb decisions. I don't know, man. I think that he's fine, and he'll be like fine for fantasy football, whatever. But the idea of taking Shedeur Sanders at the first overall pick is crazy. It's crazy. I think RG3 was spouting that. Not that RG3 has ever said anything smart, but you get what I'm saying. Joe Milton be minus 700. You think so? You really think he'd be minus 700 over like assuming that you're like there's no Super Bowl and like the Pro Bowl is like an all-star break where it happens in the middle of the season on like a everyone has a bye. Josh Allen, Levis, Milton. I think you might be right. Milton might still win that. Ron, I helped a noob draft, help from your rankings, and he bought me a 30 rack. Am I under any obligation to send you 15 Miller Lights? No. Really? Maybe I gotta be honest. I'm not all that familiar with Joe Milton's game. I didn't watch much of him at Tennessee. Of course, I've seen the shit where he's at the combine, he chucks it, and he like makes like a finger gun as he does it, which was that was plus 1,000 aura. I definitely wrote that down. I definitely added that to the model. I'm right. Let's go Levis, man. Let's go Levis. I don't have any Levis in managed. I have some of them in best ball. Nico looked good today. I know you're a Tennessee guy, Jacob. Nico might be it. Also, I don't know if you got Jeremiah Smith, dude, walks into an Ohio State wide receiver room with multiple like first round level talents today, and just decides I'm the best wide receiver in this room on day one. Ridiculous. Like just knowing what we know about Garrett Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. like. None of these Ohio State guys ever do shit in year one. Like they're all buried on the depth chart, and Jeremiah goes out there and just is already him, starting receiver at X, just crazy. Quinn Ewers is 30x better than Shedeur. I like Quinn Ewers more than Shedeur Sanders, but I know that might be a hot take in Dynasty. You got McCaffrey, Harrison Jr., and Kupp out of the 101. That's fun. Would you draft Stroud or Richardson around the 5 or 6 round turn? I'd probably wait, but you could definitely talk me into one of the two. All right, let's see. All right, now it's time for kicker and defense. Is McPherson that guy anymore? It's like Philly, Baltimore, KC. Braden Narvison. We're going to take Packers defense and get the free look and just kind of figure that out later. I don't know. I feel like maybe we spam the free looks too much. No, man, I'm going to go... No, I'm not. I'm going to go Green Bay defense and just see what happens. Have we figured out yet if you have to cut... Like, can I cut Green Bay for a new defense after the Friday game? Can I do that? I still don't know yet. People are saying Oregon's struggling right now. I will say my food has arrived. So I'm probably going to cut the stream off here, fellas. I do appreciate everyone coming out. In terms of how this team looks like now, this is what we got here. The roster, if anybody out there wants to know what this team is going to end up like, it is Caleb, Will Levis at quarterback, Spears, Hubbard, Sharp, Algier, Bigsby, Tracy, Audric Estime, Tyreek Hill. All right, if that's the case then, Jacob, I am going to not take a free look kicker on the way back. Then we went Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Xavier Worthy, Roma Dunze, Brian Thomas, Jalen McMillan. Only what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers. And then we have Kincaid, Pitts, Kittle, Green Bay defense. Super, super fun team. I mean, this is one of the most cracked out, like very weird drafts I've ever done, but I think it's built correctly, and I'm very excited to see how it does. So that is it. I do appreciate everyone coming out here. As always, the way that I draft these teams is off of my own rankings. You can find them over at patreon.com/Ron Stewart. My top 200 with tiers, my avoids, my targets are all highlighted for those of you guys out there with home league drafts coming up. Appreciate everybody watching. It's been a super, super fun August. It's August 31st, the eve of September. Been a ton of work, been a ton of fun streaming every single day. We're still going to stream every day until kickoff here. So be on the lookout for that. As always, appreciate you guys. Love y'all. And I will see you tomorrow / in the next one.